gonna have to deal with my mkaba, guys, okay? It's nothing I can do because you have to be out of the way there, out of YouTube. Hi everybody, let me greet the YouTube gang first, okay? Because you guys have been here. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Perseverance Maremeni, also known as Madam Speaker, also known as the CEO of Self Love. If you're just joining in now, you are more than welcome. Today we are on the topic of child maintenance, information sharing session, where you will be sharing with us your struggles or how you went about doing it and what worked for you. I'm gonna start by sharing first my experience, my 2 cents experience, because I don't have a whole lot of experience about child maintenance. And then everybody else will share their experience. If you're having challenges, you'll share your challenges, and then we'll see how we can help each other and just open each other's eyes, because some of these things people are struggling, not because they have to struggle, but simply because they don't have information. And I'm hoping that as we are sitting here today, we will be able to share information, and then we start 2023 on a very beautiful note where we get the financial relief that we deserve, because we do deserve financial relief. I mean, hey, come on now. Come on now. Even if you're an independent woman who is earning more than your ex or your current partner, if they're not helping you financially, you need that financial relief, okay? You're not doing your kids a favor by trying to be, you know, your strong superwoman independent. Yes, you could really do with a new pair of shoes and a new frontal or a new palette of bricks. You could really do with all of that, but you're not doing it because you decided that when you don't want help with your child, you will do it yourself. You're not gonna nanga and doda. It's not even about the doda. It's about the rights of your child, which is basic living. Okay, they deserve basic needs. And that there are only 2 people who can give these kids basic needs, and it's the people who brought them to this world. And if you're one of them, if the other one is still alive and kicking, good. If they're not alive and kicking and somebody who gave birth to them is alive and kicking, still, they should be able to take responsibility of some sort, okay? Excited about this topic? Yeah. No, I am also very excited about this topic because after sharing my own knowledge or my experience, I believe that other people's experiences will actually open my eyes, because when I saw on Facebook where people were just frustrated and saying that, listen, it's not that simple, I've been trying to do this for years and it's not been coming right. So when you say that I must not have pride, it's not a matter of pride, I'm trying, it's just that the system is failing me. So that's what we want to get to the bottom of, to say, how is the system failing us? And those who know better, how can they advise people who are being failed by the system to actually get the help and the financial relief that they need, okay? So yeah, let us get straight into it. If there's anybody who would like to request, you can go ahead and request and share your story about maintenance, child maintenance. But while we are on that, I don't know, should we wait for more people? I don't think so. But I need a thumbs up on the YouTube side. If somebody is watching from YouTube, are you getting it? Are you getting me? Are you hearing me? Am I audible? Is everything okay there? Because if it's not, then I would just end that live and stick to this one. And then when I'm done, download and post there. Just let me know there. I need a sign or something. Okay, so let's see who we have. So today I'm gonna try that thing of accepting a whole lot of people, right? Because you know, usually I say that I only want to accept one person at a time because I can't multitask, I can't deal with a lot of people at once, but today we're gonna try that. Hi. Oh, how are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good, thank you. Let me just say something before I forget. If there's anybody who would like to be a moderator, can I please add a moderator here, because apparently I need 1 or 2. And then we will proceed. Let me see. Oh guys, I'm so sorry, I want to see what somebody... Oh yes, we're getting a yes from YouTube, meaning that people are hearing us, we are audible, we are fine, we are cruising, okay? Thank you for that. We'll just keep it there, and I'm with you guys. Okay, the one last thing that I would like to ask from the YouTube side, can you hear what the guest on the TikTok side is saying? And a guest to a TikTok, please greet me, my friend. The first one who greeted me, please greet me again. I want to know if the person who's on YouTube can hear you.
Hi, Perseverance.
Hello, my love. How are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. What's your name?
Rebzo Nyamzi.
Rebzo. What's good, Rebzo? So we'll wait for somebody to tell us if they're hearing you there on the other side, but then we can proceed on this side, okay? I don't know. Do you guys want me to go first, or you guys want to go first? Cause hey, remix, we sithwele kanzima. Wow. Hey, scholars baningi.
Challenges we are.
I beg your pardon?
I would like to mention that one, the types of challenges we are facing
Mm-hmm.
when to apply for child maintenance.
When do you apply for child maintenance? Okay, so when I...
A bit of my story.
Okay,
I've got 3 sons,
okay,
but the last born is with a different father.
okay.
So my challenge was that when I applied for child maintenance, he denied.
Okay.
And then, okay, fine. I approved that. Okay, let us go for DNAs. We went for DNAs. And then when the DNA tests came, they were negative.
Okay.
And then I told them, okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to query it further, but I know the truth. As a woman.
Okay.
But what puzzled me was that when we got to court, the DNAs were open.
They were open already?
They were already open. We were given the DNA from the file. They were already open. So I said, you know what, whatever happened is fine. Right now, my son is 4 years. The very same person was denied DNA.
He's claiming to be the father now?
Yeah, right now, he's coming back. Claiming this is my son.
Oh, so he knows what he did.
He knows what happened.
Okay.
So even our government is also working with these people.
Oh, okay. It's his colleagues.
Yes.
Okay.
So in that case, as a woman, you end up being like, what should I do? Should I go forward or should I just live like that? And carry on life as before?
Yeah. Yo, Aishem, it's very painful because obviously when you say that the DNA results were already opened when you got there, then it's a red flag already. You already know the results are gonna be negative if the DNA has been opened already. And let me see, I still don't know what to do. Okay, I'm gonna try to not read comments, but I would like somebody who is on the live to assist me with that, to say if there's a comment that is very, very important, because I can't see that far, guys. I'm gonna be distracted a lot. Please do let us know. Okay, somebody's asking this, can we answer that and then come back to our topic, ne? Because personally, are you gonna, do you want me to answer you while you're here and then you will exit afterwards?
Let me exit, you'll answer me after I exit.
Okay, no problem. So that means after you sharing your story, you will exit so that we can add more people in, and then those who would like to come in and respond to you, they can respond. If somebody who is already on the live would like to respond to what the previous caller said, you can stop me and then respond, okay? Because I won't see that far. So now, with me, it's a very tricky one. This is the reason why I had said to you that I need people to come in on this live, because my knowledge and information about child maintenance is very limited. It's limited to my own personal experience and maybe 1 or 2 people around me. But I've also had a male friend, who has had a similar problem to yours, because he was saying that the child was not his. He could tell that the child is not his, but then when the mother wanted maintenance, then he decided that he wants to go for DNA, only to find that the results were negative. But still, he had the same problem of saying, somebody said, no, he's lying, no, he bribed these people and that, but according to his knowledge, that child is not his. He didn't feel that the child was his. So at least the DNA tests in that regard were not tampered with, okay? So for those who know, who have the knowledge of what usually happens when you request for DNA tests, because not personally, my ex never asked for DNA tests, and I feel like if he had asked for DNA tests, I was definitely gonna give him the DNA test that he wanted. And I feel like then now I was gonna be here in this situation where if he had paid, because I feel like he also knew people at the maintenance court because of other reasons, okay? So I feel like if he had come and he had asked for the DNA test, chances of me having to be in these situations would have been very high. But I trusted the fact that because he loved his kids, he loves his kids very much, he would not want to put them through that because it would also be hurting him. So for somebody to do that in order for them to just, get away from paying child maintenance, for me, if it was me, I would, okay, I need people who have more knowledge. I need you guys to come through for me, because this is me, my immediate reaction with what my sister is saying here, with what I'm being told. If somebody then comes to me 4 years later and says that the child is theirs, I would ask for other DNA tests, and I would sue the person who was responsible, who made sure that that one was opened, to say that you messed up my life and that you messed up. People are putting their jobs on the line here. I would try my level best to get to the bottom of it. And if there's anybody here who knows if this person has a case against the government or the court or whoever that was responsible to be giving services, fair services to these citizens, but he didn't, please do share with us, or what can this sister do, because I feel like the damage has been done. It's a lot of damage. Does somebody want to say something? Does somebody want to say something? Okay.
Hello?
Hi, do you want to say something, my sister?
Yes, I just want clarity on something.
Oh,
Can
so
you hear me, sister?
you also want clarity?
Hello? Yes.
Okay, but did you just join in now, or have you heard us talking about something else before? Have you heard the
And I did hear the conservation.
or the previous caller, ne?
Yes, I did. So from my side, I just want to talk from my side.
Okay.
Like, I have a son, and now he's 9 years old. I did went for maintenance, but the guy didn't show up to the maintenance.
Okay.
I think I go 4 times, but he didn't show up.
Okay.
So now I'm happily married to someone else.
Okay.
So my problem now, I'm not sure whether the guy gonna come back to me looking for his child, why he denied the baby. So my problem now, just hold on.
Okay.
I'm at work.
Okay. No problem.
If there will be a problem, if he's gonna come back later, he wants his son or whatever. While he didn't take care of his son. He didn't even take any part for his son. Now he's in grade 4, if I'm not mistaken. So I just need a help on that one.
You know what, my sister, ne? To be quite honest with you, this is why I always encourage people to say you need to do what needs to be done on your end, so that when the other party comes and does what they need to do on their end, it won't be painful for you. Because remember, this is not a fair game. Fairness. There's no fairness in life. So everybody's looking out for themselves. So if you're gonna let this guy off the hook because you are happily married, don't think he's gonna let you off the hook when he, for his selfish reasons, now wants to be in his child's life. When he wants to come, he's gonna come, and he's not gonna consult with you. So that's why I'm always saying that it's better for you to do what is best for you and what sits right and what is good for you. I beg your pardon?
Where is him now?
That's exactly what I'm saying. To say
no
if
nothing.
yes,
we don't communicate.
Yes, and he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back and he's gonna claim your child. And the problem now is that when he now comes back, there's absolutely nothing you're gonna do about it. That's why I'm saying that life is not fair in that regard, because you will want.
Firstly, denied.
Firstly, denied.
Firstly, he denied. I went to maintenance. He didn't show up. He didn't show up at all. They tried to call him that time. He didn't show up. Even a sent from him, but they didn't receive it. Yeah.
No, because I think I'm hoping that there are people who are going to be able to answer you properly here from Facebook side, because there are people who are on Facebook who are advising other people on what to do regarding excuse me, people showing up on maintenance. I know a lady that is very close to my heart that has struggled with maintenance for more than 10 years. And the reason why she would struggle with maintenance for more than 10 years is because, remember, once you give up, because along the way you get tired. And along the way, when you are now in a happy relationship and you and your partner, things are good and they're helping you, you will now give up, right? But then at the later stage, you will then take the blame to say, why didn't you follow it up? Why didn't you push? Why didn't you? That's why, personally, I always say that when it comes to maintenance, the last time I checked, when I was still married, I was earning more than my ex. But I told myself that I will never, ever get tired of going to the maintenance court. If it means that I must go there 20 times for me to eventually get him to do his part. Because when I was making my kids, I was busy drinking, what do you call this? Fertility tablets, and we're calculating ovulation dates together so that we can make these babies. So for that reason, there is no way I'm going to take care of kids alone. Never.
There's no way.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying that to you, my sister, who is saying that this guy, you are going to maintenance court and he didn't show up. Don't stop. If you know that eventually when he comes back to get his child, you are going to have a problem with it, then you must do something now about it. Because the truth of the matter is that this guy is definitely coming back, and there's not going to be any fairness. And even the law can protect you when that guy eventually comes back, because they're going to say that if you didn't push hard enough, it's your responsibility as well to say, I want to push to get the rights of my child. So if you're not going to push, the law is not going to force you to push this man to get to take responsibility of your child. But we all know that, okay, those who have more information than me will share even here to say that if a guy is being called a couple of times and they are not coming to the court, they're disrespecting not you but the court. So the court has the right to get them a warrant of arrest. So now the onus is on you to say, if you eventually give up, if you eventually say, because now I found happiness, I'm not going to chase this man anymore, you can now blame the man when he now decides to come back, because this is a free country and this is a child of his that he made with you, so he can do whatever he wants, same as when now you can do whatever you want. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you feel like 10 years down the line you're going to have a problem with this man coming back, it's better you make sure that right now you fight for your child to get that maintenance, so that even when he does come back, at least it will be better to say, you know what, it's fine, the douchebag is back, but at least I fought for my child, for him or her to get what is rightfully theirs.
What is right for them?
Yes.
Yes.
Last time he said an inbox on Facebook, he said, you want to do coparenting with me? I said, no, I'm happily married.
That's the problem. That's the problem that can I? Oh, you may finish, my sister. I'll tell you. I'll talk after you.
Okay, he said he will go to the magistrate to report me whether I'm gonna give it to him, my baby, or what.
Let me tell you something. I think there's a brother here who would like to talk, but my brother, let me answer her first, and then you will go after me, ne?
No problem.
Let me tell you something, my sister, ne? That man has every right to co-parent your child with you. And usually when I talk about co-parenting, and I know that lately men have been saying on my post that I always side with women, I always talk bad about men. But usually when I talk about co-parenting and maintenance, women never agree with me. Not because I'm against them, or I'm bashing them, or I'm doing whatever, but because I don't suck up. I'm not sucking up to anyone. I'm telling you the truth as it is, as I see it, right? Your ex or your baby daddy has every right to co-parent with you, whether you are married or not. And I always have this conversation with my petty friends, because Bona, they believe that when they are married, the child belongs to the mother. You change your surname with your child to the new husband. When you divorce, now is a problem, or when you die, the child remains with the surname of that family, which is a stranger to them and everything. Ne? But besides, and your husband who married you and marries another woman, your child, you came with in the marriage, now suffers in that family where now you were married into with your child. Ne? That's not a problem. Exactly. And that's not what we're talking about now. What I'm talking about is the right of your husband, or no, not your husband, the right of your partner or your ex, your baby daddy, his rights of co-parenting with you while you are still married. According to the law, he has every right, every single right on the face of the earth to have a relationship with his child, whether you are married or not. Because you can't now say that we are following custom when it suits you, and then when it suits him, you wanna follow the law. You understand what I'm saying? If you wanna follow customs and traditions, then you must follow it 100%. But then we all know that eventually you're gonna come back running and you say, the law, please help me with this and that. You understand what I'm saying? Ladies never agree with me. They always angry with me when I talk about this one, to say, listen, your ex.
No, we are not.
Madam.
No. When I know, there's a video that I did before. I'm telling you, ladies were coming at me to say, no, when you don't understand, when your situation is not like ours. But the truth of the matter is that that person, you see that person who is not paying maintenance for your child, because when you decided to give up and throw in the towel because you are married and you are happily married, he has every right to come and co-parent. And because we let these people have it easy, they will have it easy, and there's nothing you can do about it because you let it happen. You are the one who is supposed to say, because this person is going to come back and say they want to co-parent with me. Eventually they will, trust me, trust and believe, eventually they will come back and want to co-parent with you. And on top of them wanting to come back and co-parent with you, eventually they're going to want to have a relationship with their child. And guess what? According to the law, there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Meaning that, Luena, if you know that this thing is going to kill you in the future, because especially boy kids, I was seeing my son's status. My son is 8. My son's status, every day he puts a status of his dad, like father, like son, like he loves his father. And for me, because I don't have anything against my ex in terms of relationship with his kids, like we share. The kids after school holidays, they go to the father's side of the family, whether they're going to their auntie or they're staying with the dad. It's absolutely nothing to do with me, because Lynn, sometimes I send my kids home to my father's house without me, and that guy doesn't say anything to me. You understand what I'm saying? So I realized that the relationship that my son has with my ex, it's very, very, even my daughter, they have a strong relationship. And if it so happens that the relationship breaks, one day eventually they're gonna find each other again. But there's nothing I can do about that relationship. The only thing that I can do now is to make sure that when it comes to their well-being, them being taken care of, I fight. When I go to the maintenance court, I fight like this guy and their kids and his kids that don't have a relationship, because I'm fighting from a mother's point of view to say I want what is best for my kids. He may love them, he may come and take them to McDonald's, but now I want school fees to be paid. And I'm not going to say to the child now, well, you can't have a relationship with your father because he doesn't want to pay school fees. If the father wants to take the child to McDonald's, let them go to McDonald's. Now we'll deal with the part that I have to deal with, and that's the school fees being paid, and that's the DSTV being paid.
Yes.
Okay, my brother, you're agreeing a lot. Can you just go? Can you just
No, I just feel like so far you actually highlighted everything that I wanted to say. So that's why I'm actually agreeing with what you are saying.
Okay.
So, but then so far, big ups. Thank you for highlighting everything.
Oh, okay, no problem, my brother, no problem. My sister, are you? I beg your pardon?
I'm saying I don't know what to do now.
You don't know what to do. It's something that you don't have to think, immediately react on it, right? It's something that you will have to. Come on, my brother, you didn't even introduce yourself. Knox, is it Knox? No, it's not. It's
No, it's your favorite nephew, Austin.
Oh, my favorite nephew. Are you good? Are we happy? Can we let somebody else in your place, or is there something you would like to add on?
No, it's fine. It's fine. You can let someone in. Thank you very much.
Okay, you can exit.
You actually highlighted everything there.
Okay, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Stay in the comment section and answer for me, because I can't read, guys.
Okay, I'll be your moderator then.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, let me just let those who would like to come in, and then you can. My sister, are you still with me?
Yes.
Oh yes. I was still saying to you, Ned, that this is just me sharing my 2 cents, and other people can come in and share as well. You will, after this, you can go and read from the comment section, and anybody who wants to come in and say their part regarding your issue, they will do that. But for me, I would like to say to you now, don't make any drastic decisions because of what you are getting now, okay? And don't let just this life be a decider of your life, okay? You still have to go back and decide and do what you think is best for you. So this could just be an eye-opener for you to say that maybe there are other angles, there's one view that I'm looking at this issue from, so maybe let me now open up my mind and look at it from different views, so that when you are done looking at it and assessing it from different views, then you will decide what to do, okay? Because I don't want you living this life saying, okay, now I'm stressed, I want to do this, I have to do that. This is a lifelong thing. You don't have to decide today. You don't have to do anything that is being said here, regardless of whether it's right or wrong, because at the end of the day, the child is yours. But you need to bear in mind that the things that we just mentioned here, you can't, it's the inevitable. You can't run away from them.
You know, Madam.
Yes, my love.
Now let me say something. Now I have 3 kids, no?
Yes, my love.
With 3 different fathers.
Sure.
Maybe.
Dumela, I'll just hold on there. My sister is still finishing talking. You'll talk after her. Yes, my sister. Yes, which is why we should always gather information so that we learn.
Yes. Now, the one the time I like when I work out with you, I was struggling. I just sit down with myself. I said, okay, this father, when I get pregnant, so what must I do? Okay, let me raise this child. Okay, I put myself down and I holla. I put out, okay, we put your promotion because of one. I won't go there. I just sit down, okay.
Is this with your first child?
I'm talking about the second one. The first child was fine. Even now, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm talking about the second one.
Okay.
This is my child. I'm going to be a mom for this child. She needs me more than anything. You know, he comes back.
Okay.
Okay, it's not your child. Okay, it's fine. Okay, if it's not your child, whose child is mine? Okay, it's mine now. I can see she's look like my mom. We want to. Okay, but I can tell you, okay, it's fine. Okay, it's fine. After 6 weeks, I went to town and Peter and you know he didn't buy. Then the following week he calls me again. I went there. I fix at home. At the laga sheet. And I never thought to lose a
Oh, okay.
After a month, 2 months,
okay.
Till today, I'm telling you,
okay.
And Leo Garman, okay, it's fine. Hopefully, we will get because I was born under the thing. Then, Naga Pujagarozaki, Mutu, whatever I am found, it's just that ignoring is just a pocket money for the child.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
not more because that amount in the same level, but it's not. You guys can no feed up on one, to just school, you feed up on one,
okay.
it's just a child's play.
Okay. Yeah.
So now I need more.
Okay.
The father is working. Then so I want to I won't go to any man support.
Okay.
As long as I believe.
Okay.
Even today I'm telling you, my kids are happy.
Okay.
Because of I think I get because of kids that pain
okay.
Because of
yeah.
But is the
yes.
And then okay, I can go one let's use condom. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You understand? Even if after in the morning we're okay, take 120, go and buy morning after pill to remove that baby. Understand? Mara clearly what over continue as well and what some at home I am I get my whichever time 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But when I down deep down, you don't know you're pregnant, but the person knows that you're pregnant. So now I give a kid discourage and you are a mom.
Okay.
You need to stand up. Work for your kids. Build your kids. They must know you are a father and a mother. Even though some of the men they run away, but have maintenance. Mara, one thing I know, maintenance somehow it helps. And then some baba mutu ko utshwara ke gona go patela ka kgwedi while a jumpishe kgwedi a thabe. What could you why re basadi ba bantši ba gobele gore banna ba ka dishiwe.
Yeah, that you know, I'm still waiting. I'm hoping with other people who have more knowledge about this are gonna come in, because I'm still going to share about that as well. But you can continue.
Because monna wa hore yena o tlo deposit ke tsotsi. Because kgwedi e nngwe o tlo fa mabaka a o ja maka. Mara when re court e ganisha, it's about okay, motho o gola ka 25 ba yo goya. What's all about to be matter? How monna se botuma?
Can I come in there, my sister?
Okay.
Remember, the person that you are asking to be garnished is also a South African citizen who has rights, I guess. And also, you remember what you are a responsible human being. So they can't just garnish somebody for no reason. In as much as when you know them, you know that this person is not trustworthy. Remember, Luena, sometimes you make commitments and you don't fulfill them. You say that by the end of June, I'm going to be losing 20 kg. You only lost 1 kg. Because it's not all the things that you commit to that you will do, right? So that also goes to show, and also you are in a relationship with somebody, when you're in a relationship with them, they were committing to things and they were not doing them. So meaning that even when it comes to taking care of the child, they might not commit unless if Pachabamulao, because there are people who are scared of the law. Unless if Pachabamulao, then they will fulfill and always commit to what they said they would do. Ne? Those are the people that you don't have to take to maintenance court. But nah, personally, because I knew the struggles that I had when I was still married, I decided firsthand I'm going to maintenance court because I know how this person can break promises and I don't want to deal with them. I want the court to deal with them so that our things can always be on record. I want everything on record. Ne? Number two, okay, that's the first one about garnishing. To say we can't, the law can't just be going around garnishing people because when as the baby mama you feel that this person is not trustworthy. Well, we are all not trustworthy, okay? And according to the court of law is not emotional like us. The court of law is not looking at a point you're worried.
No,
I'm not, madam. No. Yes.
I'm not saying
yes.
I'm saying I get a
yes.
Or every month,
yes. Yes, Pella, remember if this person skips 3 times, and now we do them a favor sometimes. If you are still, if you're in good terms with your ex, you can remind them when they've skipped their payment, or are you gonna give me the money? But all you have to do for somebody to get garnished, that's what I wanted to get to. All you have to do for somebody to get garnished, correct me, anybody who is here who knows more than me, is to wait for them to skip 3 times. If already they committed to paying and they have not been paying, they skip 3 times and you go back to the court and you say this person has not paid for 3 months, then they garnish them. But the thing is, what we do is that these people skip. Now we keep quiet rangala, we leave it like that, and we say, you know what, this person has hurt me, I'm not gonna go back. And when you don't go back, you don't give the court the chance to be fair to you by garnishing this person.
It's not a white hawk. And you are one of our well court or you just read or you
Sorry. Yes.
Why the account blacklist?
Yes. No, I think they will emotionally blackmail you. Listen, guys, this thing is very simple, ne? Okay, or maybe it's simple for me. Always leave your emotions by the door. Whether this person was cheating on you now, they were unfair to you, they were this, they were that. But if you're gonna go to the maintenance court, I'm telling you now when I went through the maintenance court, I was in a very, very dark place. I was attending therapy. But when I stepped in that door, I took my emotions and I put them there by the door and I pretended as if and I need to deliver. I'm here for business, I'm not here for personal stuff. So even when that guy was saying, yeah, I didn't pay because she went around telling people that the house is her house, I said, I'm not here to discuss personal matters. I'm not here to discuss divorce matters. I'm here to discuss the kids. Let's talk about the kids. How much are the kids? You understand what I'm saying? Take your emotions and you put them aside when it comes to maintenance things. Otherwise, see, if you're not going to put your issues aside, you're going to feel sorry for these people. You're going to be, and there's no reward. If you're going to be carrying a child alone and you're going to be doing everything for a child alone because you feel sorry for your baby daddy, don't you ever think that they will ever come to you and they say they thank you for being this wonderful person. Even at your funeral, they won't even mention, this person was taking care of my child while I was not coping. They won't do that. So why are you doing them a favor?
No, madam, I'm not doing anyone's favor. Now what I did, not the way Mawaka and Good sing on. Understand? Now Mawaka and Good Ali Wuhan. So usually nna ke tšea that step se a ileng a se tšea for nna ka mamka ebile ke mosadi. Understand? A se ebe a šale motho morao gore he ngwana ka sadi she was making sure gore borotho bona mo tafoleng ke a ja everyday.
Yeah.
I can be discouraged abanyana ba bangwe gore ba se ka maintenance. Mara dia nto ye ka pelo ya gago e lokologile.
Yes.
For and es ka ya ka di emotions and everything. Ya o tseba go ngwana gago o nyaka di benefits di benefits ngwana gago.
Yeah.
And some of the things o kumane o khotho ba tla di putšhong ba tlo botšiša and wa kumana gore wena o kwa botlhoko and wa bontsha that person o wena o ka re o sa monyaka or something.
That's the problem.
O ka lebella batho ba bantši ba ba tswang maintenance ga ba tswa ka monyako. You will feel sorry for them. Because ba palla go ikemela inside the maintenance court.
Yeah, the emotions, you put them aside. You take the emotions and you put them aside.
Mola o ya ntweng o le hlole o le la hlole yana. You need to be strong for the sake of that time. Na ngwana la ka boswa find out or maka o kgethile gore papa ka R100. How will the baby feel? Okay, maka o share that emotions and be a madi bopula.
You know what, my sister, ne? I feel like I want to put myself in my child's shoes. If my dad was not a present father, ne, and my mother had to go to maintenance court for him, and she could only get R100, I would applaud my mother for trying to fight for me, because I would know that what my mother was doing was fighting for me. Even though she lost, but she was fighting for me, and that's all that matters. Her efforts is what I will applaud her for, not the fact that she only went to get R100 because of now pride high and stuff. No, now I would only appreciate my mama. Like, obviously I can't appreciate her when I'm still younger. When I'm grown now like this, I would say, Mama, I thank you and I appreciate you for trying to fight for me. Yes.
And then what happened, madam? Problem you happen, specific.
Oh, my love, if you can, here and there, please use some English words, because we have people who are not from South Africa who are humbly requesting that we should at least include them in the conversation.
Okay. Let me say that. You know, some of the men, they are ashamed of themselves. How can you are driving, let me say, you are driving, let me put a woman, but you can't afford your child. But you are able to pay those stuff, you are able to maintain yourself. But you can't even maintain your son with 12 rand or 10 rand. Do you still call yourself a man?
I'm talking. That thing is so, ne? Is so this thing. What you can afford to give your child, ne? You will tell them, oh, this is what I can afford. Because now I feel like at this point in time, I can definitely afford to take care of my kids. I can, ne? But I will not do it. Not because I can't. I need you to understand what the difference between me and you now. Me and you, we are two independent women. Two independent women who are doing well for themselves. Let's just say we are equivalent. We are having the same salary, the same everything. Nalwell, Anjali.
Yes.
And we are both capable of taking care of our kids. So the only difference now between me and you, where our mentalities differ, ne, is the fact that I'm a millionaire. I will still want that maintenance money for my kids. If it means my kids must take that maintenance money, if I must lock it up, or if I must take that money and my kids must go eat McDonald's every day, for as long as I didn't make a baby alone, that guy will pay maintenance for his kids even when I'm a millionaire. And it's not even from a point of me being bitter, because my pride and it's not even about pride, because we associate maintenance with pride, but it's not about pride. It's about if I'm making any pride, then I would not have laid down to make a baby with somebody that I make money more than. So because it's not about pride, it's about saying we laid down together to make a baby. Now we must come together and make sure that these babies are well taken care of. If when you afford 5 rand, bring 5 rand, it's an effort. Okay? Then the kids know, or my parents took care of me. The other one could not afford what the other one can afford, but at least he tried. It's effort. So now for me, that's why I'm saying our mentalities differ there, because millionaire, I'm telling you, my sister, millionaire, unless if that guy can go back to maintenance court and say, no, this woman is earning more now, let's reduce maintenance, or for whatever reason, then maintenance will be reduced. But there's no way I'm taking care of my kids alone, millionaire, because I didn't make those kids alone. Okay, I think we lost someone here. Did we lose someone?
Can you give Uni's chance to talk?
Yes.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Sissy.
How are you?
Good, how are you, my love?
I'm good. Yeah, this topic takes me back.
Mm.
But anyway, my experience with the maintenance court, for me, it was very depressing because I got pregnant, got 2002, and I was struggling to get the law to be on my side, to fight for me, because I was not in a good state at that point. I got pregnant when I was a teenager.
Okay.
And then the person was in university and stuff. And then at some point, getting to the point, I got pregnant, and then we took the muladu, right? We had to tell the parents and everything. And then the guy said it's not his child.
Okay.
And we went back home, and then we sat down with my family because I don't have any source of income. I didn't have parents at that point. I had a guardian. So me and my guardian, we sat down and said, look, the only way you can resolve this matter is to go to court.
Sure.
Because in court, they will give you an opportunity to do the DNA, and then you can settle that later, how everything goes. But the first step is go to court and find out the information of how they can assist you. So I did go to court. I think my child was like 3 months. I went to court. I did all the administration that was necessary in terms of giving the information about the guy. And at that point, the guy was now working. Anyway, they called him. The first problem is the sheriff.
Okay.
Every time when I went to court after I laid the complaint, they would say to me, there is no return of service. There's no proof that the guy got the message that he is being called to court.
Okay.
That happened for over a year. They can't find a person who's in Venda.
There's no proof that this person got the message.
Yes.
Okay.
Like the sheriff. Remember that? I was staying in a different province.
Okay.
I was staying in Gauteng. He was staying in Limpopo.
Okay.
So obviously, because the jurisdiction will say they must send the documents to serve him in Limpopo.
Yes.
But it took them more than a year.
Okay.
To find the guy.
Okay.
And it raised a lot of alarms to me because how is it possible that a person who works at the hospital cannot be found and you have the whole information? So the first suspect, I started suspecting that it's either he's paying Jojo for not signing the return of service. Fine, I continue to say, you know what, I will be patient because I need this money. You know, I don't have parents. I'm staying alone. So I can't give up. You know, I don't even have strength. I need to also figure out how do I continue with my life after giving birth. Am I going back to school? How am I going to do it? I'm supposed to be planning how to get back into life. But now I'm also focusing on how can I get help, because first thing is to make sure that the child is okay and provided for. So I do that. Then they transfer me to investigation officer. That also took another 8 to 10 months for the investigation officer to find him. They find him after 2 years. They ask him to come to court. He claims that he has resigned. He gave them some handwritten note that he has resigned at some hospital in Toyando.
Okay.
Fine. In my head, I'm like, even if he was to resign, this person cannot say he is going to stop working because he doesn't want to pay maintenance. So fast forward, we do the DNA. The DNA comes saying 99.9999. I'm hoping, okay, fine. Let's say he was doubting. I don't know what makes him doubt, but let's say he was. Let me give him his human. Let's say he was questioning it. It's fine. Now that we have the DNA, I don't expect him not to appear in court to resolve this matter. Now that we have resolved the first, issue that was pending for anything to happen. We continue with, I go to court, he doesn't come to court. I go to court, he doesn't come to court. It took us 6 years to do the DNA, mind you. I only got the DNA results after got to get him to do the DNA results after 6 years. From there, the investigation officer says we need to go to the magistrate. Magistrate says, I'm giving you an interim order to say that you are paying this X amount of money, and until you guys are resolved, because now that the child is yours, I don't expect you to be able to provide.
Yeah.
Fine. Then he gives us the resignations. Then he just comes up with stories. Anyway, they say you still have to maintain.
Yes.
We understand there's no income because you also eat.
Yes. Whatever you're eating, your child must eat.
Must eat.
Yes.
I can guarantee you, my sister, till today, it's been 20 years now. So
you never went back after that?
I did go back. They tried garnishing him. They couldn't because he is running his own surgery.
Okay.
So for you to be garnished, there's the law apparently needs a signature from the employee. It would have been easy if he was employed.
Yeah.
So now that he's self-employed, they can't garnish him.
Okay, I think now this is the part where we need somebody who knows more about the law. Ne?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that somebody here who knows. If there's anybody here on the guests who knows more about law, I'm really hoping people who know about law are gonna come through for me here on this one, because I remember on Facebook there's a guy who was offering free services to people who have been struggling with getting their kids maintained by their baby daddies, right? People who were not working, who could not afford a lawyer. Then that guy managed to help those ladies get the services they deserve. They get the child maintenance, which is something that when they were trying to do individually for years, they couldn't do it. So the reason why I'm saying this is because I remember very well when I was doing my maintenance things, right? I had a lawyer who was dealing with the divorce. So I did not want the divorce and the maintenance files to combine and be one. I didn't want the maintenance to be part of the divorce settlement. I wanted a separate file for the kids, for maintenance, and I wanted a separate file for divorce, right? So my lawyers were asking me if they should come with me, if they should take the matter to their hands. So the reason why I didn't let them take this matter to their hands, is because I felt like it was going to take longer. Because remember, immediately after the guy that I was married to moved out of the house, when I asked him about money and he told me shit, I went to the maintenance court effective immediately, because somebody advised me that once you leave it for longer, then you are showing the court that you actually can afford. It's just that you need an extra, because by the law, the person must help you with the kids, right? But if you can manage a year without having assistance, that means you can manage for the next few years. You get what I'm saying? But if it's an urgent matter, which is like now, an immediate thing that just happened now and you need that assistance now, then they even put you on the top of the list when it comes to appointments for you to appear. Because for me, I said this is an urgent matter. It's a matter that needs to be addressed now, because this is what is happening now. They took me and put me on the list of the following month, just a few days before he got paid, so that by the time he gets paid, things would have been resolved. Ne? But if I had involved my lawyers, I would like to believe it was going to probably be easier if it was difficult. Because like I'm saying, for me it was not difficult, because of the urgency of the matter, and also the fact that there's a divorce file which has been opened. It made things easier. But now I need to understand, in your case, why, you understand? That's what I'm saying. I feel like somebody who has more knowledge about this, somebody who's maybe into law or something, can come and explain this to us. Because why is it that when a lawyer is involved now, the process speeds up? Is it because now they are colleagues, they're dealing with each other, they know that we know that you get bribed not to do this, now you must do it? Is it now a wise idea? Really, I don't want to give this as an advice, but I want to put it out there as a question, to say, as somebody who can afford a lawyer, say maybe, a cheap lawyer, excuse me, would it now then be advisable that instead of you dealing with this thing yourself and tackling it yourself, because the law has no respect, the law has no respect for your qualification or for the fact that you are working and you can afford. The law has respect for fellow, I don't know, people who are in that field. Then would now it be advisable that you approach it via having somebody who is a legal representative now?
When I raised it, going forward to say that, guys, I've been coming here for more than 12 years. My file is as big as a Bible. Is there anyone who's feeling, for me to say that, look, girl, we see your file, like your maintenance officers, let's try this. Because when I moved to another city, they said to me, now I can't use that code, I need to change the jurisdiction, wada. I said, yes. Fine. Then I went to another place, hoping that, it will be different.
Yeah.
Then I realized that I'm going through the same thing. He didn't come, he was Simon, he didn't come, and then now they say no, investigation office. When I get there, I show them, look, I already have the DNA results, I already have an interim order. The only thing that maybe we could have focused on at that point was for him to still abide by the interim order. Because an order is an order, and interim order will work until you finalize, according to my understanding.
Yes.
Until you finalize, an interim order must have worked for me, even if it was not a lot of money, but for me it would have worked for whatever reason, or other needs that my child needed. But at some point then I started working, and then because I was feeling like it takes a toll on me to keep fighting the same battle for so many years. I'm emotionally drained. I don't know who to talk to. I don't know how to now, tackle the matter.
Yes.
So I decided to take a break.
Yeah.
I took a break, I think, after 14 years. I needed that break anyway, because I was going, because life continues.
Yeah.
Irrespective of the guy being there, life continues. There's other challenges that you face, there's other things.
Yeah, the other things.
I took a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I took a break, and then after 2-3 years, I go back and I say, guys, at least today, you don't have any solution to this matter. They're like, no, now that your child will be 18 years,
the child can come and open her own file. I wanted to get to that actually.
Yes. So they said that the child must come and open the case for herself. But then for me, it was like knowing what I've been through.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through that, because I don't know how she even feels by just knowing that the father doesn't exist in her life.
Yeah.
I didn't want her to now feel the abundance.
Yes, you're trying to protect your child from that.
Who's rejecting? Yes.
Listen, I know.
Because now she'll be dealing with now fighting for herself.
Yeah.
So I felt like it would be too much. I need to allow her to be a child. And at that point, she's a teenager. She's in matric. I should not involve her in such matters.
Yeah.
Let it be. And then they advised me that I can still apply for a sort of a back date. That the guy must pay me whatever that was left behind.
Yes.
So I applied for it, and the money was almost 100K.
Yeah, obviously it's been years.
Yeah, so it was over 100K, and I was like, if this guy could not pay that small amount, 100K, I think he will now literally resign.
Yes.
He doesn't want to, and he has never got the point of saying, okay, I'm trying. Because while I was busy with court, I did try to reach out to say, if we could settle this out of court, maybe I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is your problem? What is holding you back to doing something for your child? He complained about some petty things that
Obviously.
took your child. And for me, it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. He complained about petty things, and then I thought, you know what? As much as it hurts to admit what I've been through a lot, but let me just let it be. Because if the law cannot help me, then there is nothing really I can do. And it means even if I wanted him to pay me back on the amount that he now owes me, it means I need to get a lawyer.
Yes. Let me tell you something. This is one thing that I've learned, and I always preach this to say, when you are tired, you must rest. And beside you being tired and resting, sometimes if you have means to let other people deal with things for you, let them do it for you. If you have means to let an accountant deal with your finances for you. Let them do it. If you have means to afford a helper who can clean for you so that you can take a break and chill, do that. Let them do it for you. If you can get a lawyer to help you fight your maintenance battles because you are tired, let them do it for you. Because honestly speaking, a lot of us just think lawyers are expensive, and some of these things are not that bad. And once you have let somebody do it for you, you will realize that the reward, like literally, if you're gonna be getting that 100K back, okay, let's say you don't even get the 100K back, the amount of money that you could have spent on a lawyer over the years would have been back already, because they would have solved this issue and you would have had the child maintenance going by now. You understand? So I'm thinking, when you were talking here, I was thinking to myself, during the time when you had taken a break, I feel, or I wish you could have hired somebody to say, okay, because I'm tired. When I only call me when it's time to sign, to put on the dotted line. This is my case. This is what I want. Only call me when it's time to sign. Because we exhaust ourselves when we are fighting these battles. I know it's not applicable to everyone, because not everybody can afford a lawyer. But if you can afford a lawyer to fight for you, please, you don't have to do it yourself. Inquire, go around and find it. Like literally, just as long as somebody has a practice number, when they enter the court, they are colleagues, they know, I know you're not doing this because. So when you don't know what is happening behind those closed doors, but lawyers, because they are colleagues, these people know what is happening behind those closed doors, so they can call each other out. That's why I'm saying, they don't have respect for your profession when as a doctor, but they will respect their fellow colleague. Hi.
For me, is that it is discouraged. For me, I was really discouraged. Even when a woman comes to me and say, "Hey, I want maintenance,"
you say don't do it. Yeah.
For me, it's like, just get a job.
Yeah.
Just get a job for yourself. So that you must, because if you are not working, I can imagine how painful it is.
Yeah.
I had to drop out in high school and get a job and then go to school part-time.
But do you see that? Do you see that, like the importance of this live that I'm doing today? Do you see that a lot of us are letting people go off the hook because of somebody's bad experience, and also because your bad experience, unfortunately, way back then, there was not a live like this where we could now share, and then you would know that actually you don't have to suffer in this direction. You can actually try other things. We only depend on word of mouth, and we feel like we're in between a rock and a hard place. But if we are sharing and we know that there are other ways that these things can be done, we can actually, avoid this. People, like, I feel like from here going forward, people don't have to struggle. People don't have to suffer with kids anymore when they didn't make them alone. And regarding the issue of you saying that you didn't want your child to go to maintenance court herself because you don't want the trauma and everything in between, I do understand that. But I know a child whose mother was not working and the mother was married, and she could see that her mother was struggling, because I agree, according to the tradition of other cultures, when you are married, the child belongs to that family where you are married into, and whatever. So she could see that her mother was struggling, and this man that she's married to is not really there, coming to the party in terms of helping her. So the child closed her mouth and went to maintenance court herself. I don't know which friends advised her at school. They were busy advising each other there in college. The child went alone to the maintenance court, didn't involve her mom. The mom only cried afterwards. When she found out, now the baby daddy called the mom, you sent your child to send me to maintenance court, wara. When the mom now calls the child was like, no, mama, I saw you were struggling, and I knew that if I told you, you were not going to do it. I saw how you have struggled over the years. So you will be shocked one day when your child comes to you and says, mama, I've opened a file for myself and I'm doing this for myself. You don't have to fight for me. I can fight for myself now. Because it's not like your kids are not seeing. And because kids learn and they do their thorough researches, they ask around more than us. Because I can remember when this is a person you had a baby with, somebody I called up before you was talking about emotions and everything like that. Somehow you will feel some sort of emotion. You're a human being at the end of the day. But so it makes it a bit more difficult for you to tackle these issues. But your child is dealing it from just a child point of view, to say, I want an iPhone. And I know my father can afford to buy me an iPhone, but my mother can't. And I've seen her struggles all this time. Your child will go to maintenance court alone.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
But anyway, for me, it was like I didn't understand how, because the law didn't fail me. They failed my daughter. The father is doing well.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I wanted ridiculous money.
Yes.
because even with the job that I had, it was a general work. I still said I would submit my pay slip to say that, look, if you pay for school, provide medical aid, wada, now I will do the rest. You know, so I try to be as honest and open
and reasonable
and
reasonable. You're not bitter when you're getting there. You just want basic needs for your kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but then I hope things are different now in court, because now, to be honest with you, even today, I don't even think I can depend on the law
Also,
to really resolve my matter.
Another thing, my love, I know somebody who got that. I'm trying to get my story right so that I don't get people into trouble, you know, and also get myself into trouble. I know somebody who was ordered by the court to pay that chunk of money to come with it on that day, or if they don't pay that money, they are going to sleep in a cell that day. So sometimes people have disrespect for the maintenance court because we don't follow it up enough for them to understand the consequences of them not doing the right thing. You understand what I'm saying? Because if they can bribe sheriff, they know, or no, it's a bribe. If I fall, the sheriff falls too. I'm safe. But if you approach it in a different angle, they never saw it coming, then they will have no choice but to follow suit. So really, I'm telling you now that if you were to approach it differently, you could get that money back. That guy could pay that money back, and he would have to bring it to the court. Now when nobody's being bribed now, because already you have somebody who's representing you, already knows from the inside to say, this case, you can't, there's no double up. There's no reason why this can't be resolved.
And you know, another thing, because I had a copy of that file, I still have. He gave them wrong documents. When he was supposed to come and submit his bank statement, his brother and him share the same
names,
initials.
Oh.
But no, not all of them.
Oh, okay.
I think the other one is J, the other one is T, right? And then they share one name that is alike. I don't, yeah. So he took his brother's bank statement to prove that he's not able.
You see, when you should have just gotten yourself a lawyer, a cheap one, not even an expensive one. You know, one of those candidate lawyers. Candidate, the one who is starting off. Your matter would have been resolved by a candidate lawyer. A candidate lawyer, you know. Because these are things, these are the things that you don't even need where now, because obviously they won't respect you because you are not in that field. They can get away with it. But if you got somebody who was in that field, they could have easily solved that.
Yeah, okay, maybe I will get a lawyer just to get my money back.
Yeah, I would really say if you have it in you, because remember, you don't have to do it yourself. Okay, you don't have to. When I just submit that file and you say you take over from here.
True. No, I will try to do that, madam. It's just that I was just saying that I hope that if there's anyone on the chat who knows anything about law, maybe she would kindly advise other people that are going through the same thing.
Okay.
Because I don't see the point of people going back to court for more than 5 years.
Yes.
It's a law.
I also do I always, from time to time, I do a video recommending the guy that helped me with my divorce, because he helps with a lot of things. But obviously in terms of affordability and whatnot, it might not be everybody who can afford the guy. But that's why I'm saying, Mori, you don't have to get an expensive guy to represent you for like maintenance is bare minimum, guys. It's not even divorce where it's dirty. This is not a Entlembali and a black coffee situation. I mean, we have basic salary, like we're average people. You understand what I'm saying? It does not even need Leroux, but Berry Leroux or whatever that guy's name is. You know, you just need a candidate lawyer who knows law. And then that person goes there and says, okay, according to act of whatever, which we don't know, this is what should have been done, this is what must be done. Just get somebody to clean up that mess for you.
I will do that. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome, honey. You can exit, ne?
All right.
Should I accept Kolani? Somebody's saying I must accept Kolani. Guys, sorry, ne? Oh, somebody may... Shh. Where's Kolani? Is Kolani our legal expert? I think we have a legal expert here that we should... accept, guys. Just hold on for me, my fellow guests, so that at least Tolani can come and share with us, and then you can somebody else will proceed. Okay. Hi, Tolani, you may go. Okay, Tolani is out. I think I have a Knox here, and the Knox I had already no, I think I'm mixing things up. Knox, we have not talked yet. Knox, talk to me, my love. Hello.
Hello, madam.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Is it Knox?
Yes, it is.
Okay, you can talk to me, my love. I'm trying to get Kolani here because apparently Kolani will help us all here. And then, but in the meantime, you can talk. Kolani, please do interject. I'm trying to accept you. Please do interject wherever you can so that we can have a joint conversation.
Okay. Actually, madam, I don't have. Okay. Naturally, listening to other ladies and everything that I've listened to, I'm thinking I also need I think my pride ingenze ngahlala phansi for a long time.
Okay.
To say ukuthi I will not angeke ngize ngimfake maintenance.
Yes.
I will struggle with my kids by myself.
I don't know where we get that mentality, but a lot of us have that mentality. I know I'm not one of them.
We do.
Yeah, but we need to change that narrative. It's not about you struggling with your kids. You don't have to suffer. Why must you suffer in this world? Why must one gender suffer in this world? You've already suffered enough in labor. You don't have to suffer, guys. You really don't have. You didn't bring kids alone in this world. We need to get used to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have 2 kids. My firstborn is 19 years. And last born I'm on 12. They are sharing the same father. So when my firstborn masihlukana nobaba wakhe, he had to, I think he was still in grade 3. He had to move from esikoleni la bekafunda khona. It was bekafunda edrobheni, in school.
Okay.
To move. But no, because I think we're gonna have indaba yokuthi siyokabana ngokuthi imali yokuya esikoleni ayikabhadalanga, i-transport ayikho, so you might as well ubuyele elokishini. You know, I sacrificed a lot.
Yeah.
My son went back azofunda elokishini. I didn't have a problem. And then Magati grade 5, because already my firstborn began a relationship with Magati. Only last born he didn't have. So Maganada Uvagashi, he had that thing you would know. Man, let me then he moved and I was and him moving.
Okay, I think.
Hello.
Hi. Hi. Noxi. Kolani. Is Kolani?
Yes.
Yes, my brother. How are you doing? I hear people are calling for you.
Yes. You know, when I just got what you call the notification of the live, but this is a very, very sensitive topic of which I was engaging with this other lady and I interacted with magistrate. So the lady had the same situation. I always feel sorry for my ladies when they are sitting there, and it's the most occupied court in most cases. You find a lot of line in those courts.
Yeah.
So I was speaking to this other lady. This lady had the same problem with him. The guy was not paying, and there's an order that the guy should pay this much. So I'm telling the girl, with this girl, don't come here and tell the clerk of the court the guy is not paying. But take different routes to enforce this guy.
Yes.
This is a court order, and if a person is not doing what they are supposed to do according to a court order, that person is contempt of court.
Yes, that person must go to jail.
That is a criminal matter.
Yes.
You refer your matter to the criminal court.
Yes.
What you call, you put on the other person in other alternative way. ngizonalo ntombazana lo othi une-surgery uvele dead, and that is the easiest of them all.
Okay.
A person who owns the surgery, that is the easiest of them all, because you just go other routes. If you get a court order, get that person arrested. It's very easy. The person there's a surgeon. The person is a doctor. You can even find him a list of doctors.
Yes,
Then
you can report him to the board.
Yeah,
He has a criminal. It's a criminal offense, Pella, to go against a court order.
Yes, it is a criminal offense. Then in the Bible sheriff and the court, we know this. If you are using a court services, they're usually slow, just like in government department. So it's very advisable if you want your things to be very fast and to get a lawyer. We deal in our sheriff every day and know how easy it is to locate a person who works in a hospital in Bella while you are in Gauteng. It's very easy.
Yes.
It's a hospital. It's very easy. So let the banding of Mama Bakulma I just think your bush which can be solved by another person who usually does these things every day.
Yes.
But when they feel like back give up, I feel like no,
I think another problem, my brother, is just lack of knowledge. Just not having this information. It actually there are more ways for you to actually can solve this, you know.
Yeah, there are ways, but you resign. If a person resigns,
the pension must be shared.
You send the letter to one of my pension fund, they stop immediately.
Yes.
They don't release funds while looking there are matters pending against this person.
Yes. Yes.
So these things are solvable. It's just that you must not sit and think that they will solve themselves. You must wake up and even if you go to court, then their processes never start. And general they took about 100,000. After the matter, we get an order with cost. We go to the taxing master. The taxing master will order that person to pay you for those costs that you have paid.
Yeah.
So the money comes again to you in another form. If they don't pay according to what the taxing master is saying, it's a criminal offense, because this is it's a court order, so they can get arrested. You just get them arrested. So these things are easier if they are done by a person who usually does them. And you are paid a man.
You know what I think the problem is when Kolani, my brother, I think the problem is that people think that the court is entirely responsible for everything. But the court is responsible for issuing out that court order. Once that one has been issued, most of the work has already been done by the court. So that court order that you have can actually you can take it anywhere you have to take it, and then it can defend you in, because the companies that these people are associating themselves with or they are working with or whatsoever, they are law-abiding companies, so they will definitely listen to what a court order is saying. There's no way they're going to release funds when there's a court order, because they know that now it's going to come to them. So we think that it's entirely up to the sheriff, and the sheriff, like you are saying, the process is slow, the government is slow, they're not even worried, they're not bothered about you, you are not the only one. But if you want your process to speed up, then you need to find other alternative ways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because if we are unemployed and we need money from this person.
Yes.
I can even give them a cross because it's a court order.
Yes.
If you fail to comply, we arrest you as an employee.
Exactly.
So if you can get a person who can push this thing to happen, they will definitely push it through. Then for who yes, lawyers are allowed to maintenance. We do them every day. They are allowed to do them. There is no, or unless small things, besides small things, but any other court.
Yeah. Okay. No, I do get you, my brother. Are you in this field? I need to add you so that I can come back to you, so that if anybody needs you, I'll know how to get you. Okay.
Yes. I'm definitely in this field in Central Johannesburg.
Okay. No, I've added you, and we will talk afterwards. I know for sure that there are people who are going to need your help after this. Thank you very much for your insight. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Mike Rams, can you go, my brother? Can you share with us? Not go as an exit. Go as in the floor is yours. It's English.
Hi, madam.
Hi. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. I see you're doing a very wonderful life here.
Thank you so much.
I'm an attorney myself.
Okay.
But I'm not maintenance, and I specialize in estate.
Okay.
But obviously,
Law is law.
I have maybe a small insight in
Yes.
this thing.
Yes.
Look, guys, everywhere in this country where you can go, and you can go to the Constitution section 28, it says the best interest of a child are of paramount importance
Yes.
in every matter concerning the child.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
When you deal with this issue, put away your personal needs, whatever you have funded against your partner.
Yes.
And then just think of that child. I myself, I've been the victim of that. Actually, my mom has been one of those who were too proud to say, I'm not going to take this guy to maintenance. But luckily, maybe because my uncles and so forth have been there and they've been doing well, I never got to feel
that she needs financial relief
of my mother's actions. You understand? But as I was growing, because it's very painful, these guys come back when these children that you are raising alone start. I am, like I'm saying, I am an attorney. My father talks to me now.
Yeah.
Because I'm an attorney, he calls me, be like, hey yo, can you give me this much? You understand? But all along it has been my mother who has been there in the forefront and so forth. But going back to the point of law, I had one lady saying she has an interim order. Remove the word interim. It really means that this is an order until your matter is finalized. So it's still a court order.
Yeah.
It's really still a valid court order.
It holds water.
And the brother that was just speaking just before me now mentioned something very crucial. It's actually a criminal offense not to abide by the court order, right?
Yes.
So immediately you see that this person is not abiding. Go open a criminal case. You will see. You will pay. You will.
Yes.
You will pay. There is no, because now it's going to mess up with his career.
Yes.
I had another lady also saying he submitted wrong documents. His brother.
That's a criminal offense as well.
That one, and I think he's a doctor or something. That one wants not to practice, because in court, as you cannot misrepresent. You cannot, because remember, the magistrate or the judge is going to adjudicate on your matter based on the information that has been presented before him.
Yes.
Right? So when you actually submit wrong information, you are misleading the court.
Yes.
You know, as an attorney, if I go there and mislead the court, I can even kiss this attorney thing goodbye.
Exactly.
It's not allowed. It's a very huge mistake to make. You understand? So if that sister can just find, like you're saying, go to a law firm, let them assign a candidate attorney.
Yeah.
They will resolve this thing.
Yes.
Another thing that I heard you saying is maybe they have respect for other. That's definitely true, because I know what I'm going to. When I go to court and I'm not being given attention, I know what I'm going to do.
Exactly.
Trouble. I know the next step. But as
just a citizen,
as a public civilian, you know, remember you are starting to learn a lot. It's basically another way of you learning the law. You start to know. They will be sending you, go there. But if you go to a lawyer, when you go there, you have got all your things sorted.
Yeah.
By once, when they say we need this, obviously, if it's someone who actually practices in that area, they will know. You will go there with a full set of documents, and then once those documents are issued and so forth, there's no need for you to go. It can even finalize in 3 months.
Exactly.
Because the only way it will take longer is because you are going to go with documents that are not complete, right? And then when you get there, they tell you, no, we need this document. Your matter is remanded to this date, and obviously our courts are packed in
Yeah.
terms of those matters.
Yeah.
So it's going to be reminded to a very late date.
Yeah.
And you only to come back on that date to be told that no, there's this document that is still
missing.
So you see how it's so easy that this matter can drag the whole year.
And also
even
you can
6
also
years.
give up in the process.
You understand?
Because you are attaching
you don't
emotion
even
to it.
You don't even know when I go tomorrow, do I have all the complete documents? Or am I only going to be told to go and get this document? But you approach someone who actually deals with this, then they tell you what documents they need. You go there fully armed, and when they see your things, like those maintenance officers and so forth, even themselves, they're humans.
Yes.
Immediately you are represented. They know there are certain things they're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
That if you're not represented,
They can get away with.
You're not going to do. You're not going to do anything. You don't know.
Yeah.
What's the consequences of what they're doing.
Yeah.
But if you get represented, even go to legal aid. It helps. It will help you, right? As much as their role is packed, but if they take the matter, they will help you because we are held account. There's no this thing of saying legal aid doesn't work and so forth. It's nonsense. We are held accountable as attorneys.
Yeah.
If you goes there and fumble on your job or sleep on the job, you can go and report that person at the LBC, and when the LBC views the work that person has bestowed, and they find that no, this person was negligent, he must come and account for that. You understand? Because there is a child. The most important part is that there is a child involved.
Yeah.
And court, they don't listen to nonsense when it comes to a child.
Yeah.
You know, you can fight your fights, but when there is a child involved, it becomes, your matter then becomes should I say, more important.
Yes, it becomes an urgent matter.
Because the courts, as much as you, the natural guardians of the child, are fighting, our law says the upper guardian of a child is the High Court, right? So if the magistrate court, they are busy making you run around, approach a lawyer, take that magistrate to the High Court and so forth. That magistrate will face music.
Yes.
Not with the child.
Yes.
I'm telling you, even that guy who has actually resigned, the duty to support a child is not based on the fact that you work or you don't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? You see what you are eating. You will bring us your statements. That money that you are asking and it gets in, a portion of that money must be diverted to the child.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Because, and it's 50-50%. It doesn't matter if
one is a millionaire and one is not.
You are
yes.
100,000. It's a 50-50 responsibility according to your means.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So do not be scared and do not be discouraged, because at the end of the day, it most impacts on your child. You know, we send our children to school. You know, they're seeing other colleagues. I mean, they are teens. They get to talk about their fathers. My father did this. You know, it does something to a child. That thing. So at least if you can be able to get him to play his part.
Yes.
And contribute towards the upbringing of the child.
Yeah.
It also relieves a certain part or portion of the stress on your side.
Yeah.
You know, I see that maybe other people might want to join. Let me not exhaust the time.
All right.
But if I see that there's a question that I can help,
you can definitely come back. Yeah.
I will just write or rather just request so that we can give other people to also deliberate their issues.
Thank you so much, my brother. You have shared a whole lot of insight. You don't have to struggle alone with a child. I think the other thing with us, is that this thing we will struggle alone with the kids. That's why it becomes a problem. It becomes difficult for us to even allow these people to have a relationship with their kids, because we attach being able to take care of the kids with the bitterness of what this person did me dirty, so because of this reason they won't do this, they won't do that. I remember now when I was doing the I'm gonna add more people. When I was going to approach the maintenance court in the very first month, this guy asked for his kids, and I gave him his kids. He took them to McDonald's, and they had McDonald's, but there was no money for food because he decided he's not going to pay for that. So with me, I always separate my feelings and my emotions and the fights that I have to fight for my kids with their relationship, because he could be doing that to spite me, but in the eyes of his kids, he's a good dad because he's taking care of them. So that is why when you have to fight these things, the kids should never ever be the tool. When you approach the maintenance court, you need to bear in mind that you're not doing it because you want to spite this person, or you want to fight with them, or you're doing this and that. You are solely doing it for the betterment of the kids, for the well-being of the kids. So if you bear in mind, or it's not about you, if you have wounds, guys, now I always say that, if I have to go heal from my things, I know where my psychologist is. I know my psychologist's office. So meaning that even if I go to the maintenance court and this guy says a lot of nonsense and I feel like crying and I feel like screaming, I will hold it together and finish the maintenance issue. Then I will go to my psychologist and I will tell her, this guy, 1, 2, 3. You understand what I'm saying? So these are two matters that you must never ever mix, because they're not related to one another.
Yes, just to make one point on what you are really saying.
Yes.
You see, you will struggle with that child, and that guy comes back, and remember, you will have hold grudge against him. Say, no, I'm not giving this guy a child, and so forth. I can tell you now, it's not you don't have those powers.
You don't. That's what I said in the beginning. I don't know, maybe you came in late. I was telling another lady here. Yeah.
He has the right to access, to be in contact. You can go and say, but he has not been paying maintenance. They will tell you, you must go to maintenance court about that.
Yes.
Here we are dealing about the access of you having access to this guy having access to his child, and it is his child.
Yes.
There's literally nothing under the sun you can do unless you can prove that he abuses the child.
Yes.
And you must go to the family advocate. They must produce a report for you to say, hey, recommend that these children can't see this guy. But if you don't have that, and you just, I don't know if it's the right platform, but I'm not going to mention names. I have got a matter of this nature. This guy wants his child, and the court has ordered that because the mother is busy accusing a lot of things, but there's no proof to that effect. If you don't have that proof, that guy is going to what? Get his maintenance, his rights to access to that child.
Yes.
And you will end up saying the justice system has failed you. And
because you think the justice system is attached to your emotions, your emotional decisions, and it's not.
It's really not. The fact that I've not been paying maintenance doesn't take away my rights as a parent to actually have contact to my...
Yes, it only says when, as the mother, you failed to fight enough. You should have fought enough to get that part out of the way, so you didn't. So that can now be held against this guy from seeing his kids.
Now, and one of the things that the mothers do is to say, okay, fine, you're not paying maintenance, you're not going to see your child.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
If he wants to see his child, the child can even go and visit him for 3 weeks full. The law can allow that.
Yes.
So just do your part. And if the child has reached the age of 18 and you're still struggling with the child, support the child to go and open that file, or rather get an attorney for that child, go to legal aid, and then get that thing resolved. When you have the right assistance, it won't even take you more than a year to resolve something. Yeah. Because, like I said previously, matters that concerns children are
of high importance.
They are more serious than any. Thank you. I just wanted to clarify on the issue, Harry. If you think you are not going to go for that maintenance because you will use that child as a fighting tool, so you want to see your child, and so that guy will go to the court and the court will order you to release that child to see that girl. And when you refuse to release that child, you will be arrested because you will be in contempt of court order. The same thing you could have done.
Exactly.
When the court has granted you a maintenance order, you just go and open a criminal. You just go, or even go back to that magistrate who issued that court order. Tell them, but they are not paid. That magistrate is bound by law to guide you and to tell you what are the next steps you should take. Because obviously that person would know. Right? So just don't let children suffer because of the parents fight and so forth and so forth.
And also another thing, my brother, I feel like because we don't know this information, even when we go to court after people decided to not abide by the court orders, we go there and we're just confused when we get there. So because you don't know your story is not right and your head is not, you're not confident enough to say, listen, I know what is supposed to happen next. Then you can be going around and round in circles for years, especially if whoever that is supposed to be dealing with this issue is friends with your baby dad.
And don't worry, if he skips, it's fine. It's more money for you. They will order him to pay retrospectively.
Exactly.
From the date when he stopped paying, that money he will make arrangements to pay it.
Yes. Yes.
It is not only your duty to maintain a child. It is his legal duty. He's working, he's not working. It's fine. It is his legal duty. If there is any means that he's making, that means must also go towards maintaining that child.
Yeah. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. Who do we have? Do we have Jeanette? Jeanette? Hi, Jeanette.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm so good. I don't know where to start. But then to cut the story short, you know, pride arena sometimes you can
yeah.
But then, as you said, it's good to take your emotions away and do this thing for one, So, yeah, last year, that's when I also decided to, okay, let me put away my emotions, my anger, and whatsoever, and do this for my child. So, I went to maintenance court, and then they buffer that court order. The time I went to serve him, the lady was there. Okay. That guy, you know, he's having a lot of pride. I think, pride is that guy. Okay. So, okay, then we went to court. And the time we court, he was talking the way he won't be able to pay. He doesn't afford that and stuff. Okay. Then he ended up agreeing on the certain amount.
Okay.
He said, and then
okay.
Okay, that was fine. Okay, we went Rasaina and stuff. Okay, now come the date he doesn't pay. Okay, I sent him WhatsApp and then I asked him, so what's your plan now? Must I go back to court or you're gonna do the right thing now as you were ordered? He said to me, I am not gonna get any cent from him. Oh wow, okay, it's fine. So now I received another call. It's from the lady.
It's from whom?
The lady.
Okay.
So the lady told me the guy wants to pay the transport guy straight and he wants to take the money straight to his school.
Okay.
Okay. Then I told the lady there is nothing to talk with you.
Which lady is this one?
The girlfriend.
The
guy's girlfriend.
Hey, yo. Okay.
I told the lady I have nothing to discuss. And if he wanted to do that, he was supposed to say that to go court. He didn't say that, so there is nothing to talk with you. Then I heard him Kumrao saying, "Oh, I told the lady, you're gonna listen to me. I have nothing to say to you." Then the guy said, "If he doesn't want to talk to you, he can hang the phone." Then I hanged the phone.
Okay, can you just fast forward for me? So after all of that, did he eventually pay or he didn't pay?
The very same day, I got the money. How, I don't know. How did he decide to pay or what?
Okay.
Okay. I've been struggling even now to get that money, but he pays. But he does. Sometimes he pay on the 19th. Sometimes he pay under
Okay, my sister. Okay, let me tell you something. I'm glad that now when I speak, I have so much confidence because I know there are people who know the law here. So every time when I mess up, they're gonna come through. Listen, unfortunately, when it comes to the dates, there could be a specific date that he's committed to paying, but if he skips, the court still allows him to go a few days extra. That one, unfortunately, the only thing that I can advise you is to make sure that you always have extra funds, because remember, this person you can only get them to be garnished per se if maybe they skip up to 3 months. So meaning that it is always a wise idea to have a Futsek account. Sorry to swear if I'm swearing. To have a Futsek account that can cover up those costs if this person can be reliable. But if you want to get to the garnishing process quick, you keep quiet if people are not paying. You wait for them to skip 3 times and then you go get them garnished, and then you will have peace for the rest of your life.
I actually wanted to go there, I saw praying he can so he can be garnished because I am tired.
Yeah, because you know what, my sister, Nemina, for me, because I do speak with my ex, especially regarding the kids, but I try as much as I can to avoid communication with him. You understand what I'm saying? So there are things that I feel like we should not be discussing. I don't want to discuss things that we have already failed as a couple. So we ask the court to intervene for that reason, to say once the court has already intervened in these matters, then it means I'm not discussing these matters with you ever again. You get what I'm saying? So I always keep my communications with him to minimum. Are you taking the kids for Christmas, for New Year? Okay, where are the kids now? You understand all those arrangements about fetching the kids, taking the kids for the weekend, this and that. We want to go here with my family, with the kids. Those are the communications that I have with that guy. In terms of him paying, I told him from the beginning, you do a stop order. If you don't, I won't remind you. You will be garnished. And I'm not playing. I don't play like that, Minage. So in terms of communication with this guy, with what he can do and what he can't do, I would always advise you to say, if he's not doing according to what he's supposed to be doing, you trying to talk to him and be behind his back, that's when these people think, no, you want me now, you want my attention. It's not even about you. So try to avoid as much as possible unnecessary communications with this person. Just make sure that you use the law. If he's not abiding by the law, you go back to the same place where you got help. I think I'm done. I'm waiting for you to respond if you have anything before we can move on to Miranda. Hello. Okay.
Hi, Madam Speaker.
Hi. Who are we with now? We are with Miranda.
Yes, it's Miranda.
Okay. Yes. Let's talk, my love.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna share my personal experience.
Okay.
First of all, I would like to, the point that you've been saying, Hori, our pride, we need to put it aside. To moms, I would like to say there's no badge of honor. You will not be given a medal or a trophy for you struggling alone with your child. You'll never get that from anyone.
Not even from you see, you won't get any badge of honor, and the only thing, which is a plate of cow dung that you will get, is to think that because you have your kid with you, the kid is yours alone. When the kid decides to grow up and they say they want their father, then you will know you should have gotten your money.
In a time of social media, your kids will find their father without your knowledge.
Yes.
They will go on picnic dates on Saturday when you think she's hanging out with her friends. Yeah, so you need to honestly always remember, for the first advocate your child has, it's you, the mom. So when you go to court, when you take on that battle, you know you're going there for your child. Put your issues, your heartbrokenness aside, and remember, Hori, your child is number one, and this is why you're doing this.
Yes.
I remember when I first applied. You know, when you get there, you only have one page in your file. It is so light, it is so thin. The lady that I was sitting next to had a thick file like a Bible, and he had 3 kids with one man. This man said, Hori, you will go to court until your shoes are worn out. And when I looked at her shoes, Madam Speaker, they were worn out. They were worn out. My heart broke. But one maintenance officer said to me, when you get in there, remember why you're here.
Yes.
Remember the reason you woke up this morning and came here. And maintenance officers differ, guys. I've seen a lot of comments saying Harangwa court is nonsense, Pretoria court is nonsense. Yes, there are bad potatoes in every sack. But when you go to court, try to humble yourself as well and speak up. The maintenance officer will say, you want us to go to the magistrate?
Yes.
As a threat, say yes. Say yes, I would like to call and speak with the magistrate for myself, because I know what is due to me. Yeah, but don't let them bully you with baby in that room, the two of them, because when you don't want to accept 300 rand. Speak up for your child. I went to court, started with 1.2. I said I wanted 1.7. When we got to 2.5, I remember I went to the toilet and cried. When I came back, the lady next to me was only fighting for an extra 100 rand. So that she moved from 300 rand to 100 rand.
To 400.
And I had gotten lucky that I had fought from 1.7 to 2.5. It's disheartening, honestly.
Yeah.
And it also as women, Madam Speaker, will be saying, but yeah, you're lucky, be grateful that you're getting 1,000 rand and I'm only getting 200 rand. That's what also gives these men a power. That if Madam Speaker is out here saying she's okay with 300 rand, I can also give my baby mama 300 rand. Why does she want 1,000 rand from me? When we all know the truth that 1,000 rand is nothing nowadays. It does not cover even half your school fees. Yeah, but we need to be honest as women, regardless of where we are with our finances. We need to acknowledge that the economy right now does not allow for a 1.5 to be a child maintenance. If school fees is 1.2, how much is transport? How much is uniform? How much is stationery? How much is lunch box? Every day we have to deal with these things.
Okay, I've seen a post on Facebook going around a lot where people were talking about how 1.5 can maintain a child, 1.5 can maintain a child. I decided not to engage much on that, because 1.5, it depends on what somebody can afford, you know. And if 1.5 is what somebody can afford, then let's manage that 1.5. But if somebody can afford more, and your child, remember, let me give an example with myself. Now my kids, there are schools that they're going into. There are things that they're used to doing, like of a certain, which when we were still married, we were affording those things. So now it becomes a matter, even when we get divorced and we go our separate ways and we now want to approach the maintenance court, the kids' lifestyles must try as much as possible to remain the same for the sake of their mental health, you know. Already the fact the parents are separated is too much for their mental health. We need to guard their mental health. But now we can now say we are downgrading the kids now from whatever school they were going into to a cheaper school simply because there's a divorce involved. You understand what I'm saying? Can we try to make, because that's what I'm saying, that's why what's his name, Mike was saying, the kids come first. The needs of the kids come first. So meaning that whatever it is that you can afford in terms of taking care of the kids, try to maintain that with the kids. So a question of moving from 300 to 400 and somebody fighting from 1.7 to 2.5, it depends on what your kids have gotten used to. Okay. If your kids are even when you guys were still together or whatever, the kids were eating from school, they knew, or my parents can afford certain things. There's no miracle that's going to happen that all of a sudden 1.5 is not enough for your kid. 1.5, if it was not enough for your kid when you guys were together, you can't come to me and I say, now I'm getting 6,000 maintenance, and then you say like, now I'm getting cheap, small money, I must go get more. It doesn't work like that. Yes.
true.
Yes.
That's true. You don't have to upgrade unnecessarily now that you guys have parted ways.
Yes.
It is the least you could do is maintain.
That's where the bitterness comes in now. That's when now you are using the kids as a tool to fight your battles now, and it's ridiculous. Yes.
To that. And another thing, I've seen comments saying, mine couldn't be saved and whatnot. Sometimes you can save the father yourself. What I did was, okay, we had a court date. I showed up to court. I took the day at work, but I'm going to court. I went to court. He didn't show up. Yeah, Bob. And then the maintenance officer said, because you are already here, here's the papers to serve him. Are you willing to go to where he is? What the only thing you have to go to do is go to the police station and have them accompany you. Yeah,
okay.
I went. I drove from Germiston. I went to Soweto. When I got to the police station, I told them this is the case, and they're like, no, okay, fine. Pack your car. We'll assign 2 officers to go with you. We went to his workplace. When we get there, he took the day off because he was going where? To court. He told his employer that I'm going to court for a maintenance case.
But he didn't show up.
Yeah. So I did good by going there. His employer called him and like, where are you? Because the mother of your child says you're supposed to be in court, and you had said you put in leave,
yes.
but you are not at court. That's like, yeah, I'm sorry, something came up, and then the officer spoke to him and said, where are you? Tell us where your location, and then we will come and tell you where you are. We met up with him. I didn't even say a word, but I did not speak to him. The officer served him. He signed the papers, and that was it. Yeah. Well, the system is overloaded. There's a lot of us. There's a lot of us out here. So if meet the system halfway.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Read the Maintenance Act. Don't show up there hurt and then in tears. You will lose every time.
Yeah.
You're not gonna mention one bad thing that happened and you'll be all emotional and in tears.
And don't go there thinking the system must now totosa you because when you are struggling, you're going through a lot with the kids. You must grow thick skin.
You need to pull your weight. The system is overloaded with a lot of us saying we are waiting for days. We are waiting. Imagine how many people now are waiting to be saved. If you can take a taxi from here to Germiston and say, okay, I can go to the police station and serve him. Do that. At least you know what now he'll have the papers instead of waiting 6 months for him to get served.
Yeah, do whatever it takes. I love this. I love it. I didn't know about this. I didn't know that you can actually get the police to accompany you. But if this is something, I feel like if it was me, I would have opted for that. If I had showed up at the maintenance court and this guy didn't show up, and they gave me that option, I would have taken it. I was gonna wear my big girl blue mask, guys. Yes, and I was gonna do like this.
I took it with pride. People must also know. Here's another thing. They must also know they are out here living their best life as if Moto will even still pictures of your child. Cafe's day, Aria, my son, what, So he must know no, I'm paying towards this and that. Yes. And another thing, a lot of us come from families that are not well off.
Yes.
We don't have beds of transfer, money that are just lying around. So if you feel, I've seen women saying, but I can afford my kids. So do you know what I do with that maintenance share? I buy them shares. I contribute to their birthday.
You see?
When it's their birthday, I don't even struggle. I don't call and say, I want to 10 in 10.
Yeah.
That maintenance allowance is taking care of 1, 2, 3. That's it, and with garnish,
guys, this phone's battery is dying. I might have to love you and leave you very soon. Because the battery is dying.
And with the garnish order, madam speak, you can only for once. They have to be for just one. That's what I did. As soon as he defaulted and I gave him the extra 7 days, I went to court like, I don't want to have to be calling this person consistently every month, reminding him, can I just get it from his salary? So that's what I did.
Okay.
He defaulted once, I waited, gave him 2 weeks period, he didn't, I went, they garnished. When he gets paid, I also get my child.
So you see, the garnishing thing works. Look, basically, what you are sharing with us right now is that you need to just be in that fighting spirit. If you're not gonna be putting, if you're gonna be going there with your pride to say what will be people be saying, hey, what, you're not gonna get it done. You get the job done, then rest, then upumule for the rest of your life.
You're not gonna be. Come on, imagine having to settle because you don't wanna take somebody to court, and when your child grows, it hurts. It hurts saying no to your child consistently because you can't afford an extra 100 rand where you could have been getting this 100 rand somewhere else. Yeah, and affording those things. We're not saying be ridiculous in your demand, but make sure that you give your life.
Remember, let me share something with you that I've learned about narcissism between men and women. Rona, as women, our signs of being narcissists is trying to hold kids against our exes. You trying to get power by just making sure that they using the kids. That's your narcissist. Like, I know we always talk more about the behavior of men, narcissistic behavior of men. They do this because when a man does this, is a narcissist. As a woman, when you don't want your ex to have access to your kids, you're a narcissist. You must just know that. That's another sign of being a narcissist.
And that's another thing. That is why these are two different matters, Madam Speaker. That is why there's maintenance court and then there's family court for excess.
Yes.
Yeah, but to show that these things have no correlation. A father who does not maintain his child because when you didn't take him to court can have full access to their child.
Yes.
Like, I know that. This is what most mothers fail to realize. You can sit there and not take him to court, but Yana can take you to court to have a relationship with
That's exactly what Mike was saying.
Maintenance court is for financial support.
Yes.
You're not gonna go there and want maintenance and him to have access for maintenance court. No, you cannot force him to be a present father. What you can get from maintenance court is financial.
Just the finance.
That's it. People need to distinguish between these two things and not think what because I want to take him to maintenance court, he has to come and show up every second year. He won't. He will only give you the money. That's what you wanted. For him to have that relationship with his child, it's up to him. Well, now you can only be honest with your child. Papa, Mommy, and Daddy had their differences and went separate ways. But because Papa is a grown up, he knows Mommy's number. If he wants to see you, he will call. And
also I always speak about how I'm not responsible for my ex's behavior or whatever, and I don't have to stand up for him with his kids. He has to come through and be a responsible father if he wants. I don't have to defend him. I don't owe him anything like that. But at the same time, I don't want to be sitting here and talking bad things about him to the kids, because I feel like if he's a terrible guy, obviously because we went our separate ways, we have our differences. If he's a terrible guy, he could be very terrible to me but still be a good father. I should at least afford him that opportunity. And if he wants to mess up his relationship with his kids, I don't want to be an influence. And that's what a lot of us do. Once the kid is not being maintained, once the father is not present, when I, as the mother, you are the one who is always sitting here and saying, when I papa harasilo, papa this and that. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of us don't realize that when you do that, you are actually planting a seed that's going to come back and bite you, because when that child grows up, they're going to form a relationship with their father and they realize, oh, actually the problem was this woman. You understand what I'm saying? Whereas when you were right, but the problem is that you should not influence your child. Let your child decide for themselves if their father is a douchebag or if their father is a good dad. You understand what I'm saying? Yes.
Never ever poison your kids against your ex, ever. You do not speak bad about him. Even if when you come back from maintenance and he did not agree, you cry in your room separately away from them. When they ask for him, try and call him. That's it. In their eyes, you must be civil. Always. Because they grow up, they'll see these things. When he calls and says, I'm gonna come, and he doesn't come, it's okay. You comfort your child.
You comfort, good. Yes.
One time, my ex called and I spoke to my son and I asked him, why didn't you ask him to come and get you for the holidays? And my son said to me, but Mama, he says he always says he's busy, so I'm not gonna ask anymore. My son got to a point where he doesn't ask, are you gonna come and get me over the holidays or whatnot?
Because he doesn't want to be disappointed.
But by himself, you could see that this guy always makes promises but never delivers. So now he's at a place where he's okay. He's not fully okay, yes, because we all want to have our fathers in our lives. But he's at a point where he knows or he doesn't show up. And he's okay with that. He's got mom as his cheerleader all the time, and he's okay.
What I usually do now, it's just that my ex is very good when it comes to buying. He makes sure that he always buys phones for his kids, because just to minimize this communication between the two of us, so every time when my kid asks me something about the dad that I don't have an answer to, and I already know the answer. I was married to this guy, I know him, but because I know the answer and I can't feed the child garbage,
Yes.
I take the phone, naka presser, record your voice note, look at it, ask your father, why did you say you will come and you never came? Now I must come and say, no, because your father is a douchebag. No. I press record and say, ask Papa your question. I don't know. Nah. Then he will ask whatever he has to ask. And then the father will come and bite his tongue and say, no, I will make it up to you. I will do this. Okay, you are happy. Okay, we are happy. We move on. Now I don't get involved. Don't involve me in that. Now I have a good relationship with my dad. And I confront my dad. That's it. Yes.
You need to give your kids that opportunity that they see him for who he is on their own without you interfering. Because in the long run, they're going to realize that, no, mom was wrong. Mom was
feeding us garbage, turning us against our father.
You need to be honest with yourself and not let your hurt from the broken relationship influence what you're saying.
Yes.
And in closing, I would like to say this to the ladies that are on the live. You need to fight for your kids.
Yes. Pride aside.
When you get to court, speak up. If it means you are not in agreement with baby daddy and the maintenance officer, go to the magistrate.
Actually, that's what I wanted to say. It's just that I forgot, because Lo and you flow like me, ne? So I had actually forgotten about that, to say, if they dribble you, ne, and you end up agreeing, you will be shocked when you go to the court where the maintenance officer will be saying, my lady, or whatever, in our court is a woman, ne? My lady, the two parties have agreed on this. And when you look at it, you'll be like, oh, can't this guy is not the deciding one. This guy was just influencing me to agree to this. Can't I didn't really have to agree to this. If you don't want to agree to it, you don't have to agree to it with the maintenance officer.
And that's what people don't know. That's what people don't know. That if you don't agree in there, you have the right to go there to the magistrate and have him hear you out. That's what I realized. A lot of moms only end up there and then they go there like the parties have agreed. Even though you know what you did.
Yes.
If you are not agreeing, do not sign anything. Let them take you to the magistrate.
Yes.
Then you get there, you humble yourself for it. This is, especially now it's January.
Yes.
We've just bought stationery, we've just bought uniform. We started paying school fees. Yeah, but you have those receipts. Make copies. Fill in that application form and go there and humble yourself for it. Magistrate, I'm here for my child. These are our expenses monthly. And do not inflate them, Loena. If your rent is 3,000, your rent is 3,000. Don't go there and say, now my rent is 6,000. Because bank statements will be out and you'll be caught in a lie. Yeah, and then now you say, the courts are not fair. Be honest. Be an honest person when you go there. Yeah, and fight for your child fairly.
Thank you so much, my sister.
Do your research and then speak up when you get there. That's it.
Thank you so much, my sister. I really appreciate you being here. I really appreciate the insight that you have shared. I just lost my lip gloss, guys. Let me, who do we have now? We have, guys, I can't see. Toli. Hi, Toli. How are you doing? How are you doing? Toli, can I ask you guys to do me a favor, ne? Let me add more people, because I need to go get an extension, because I'm doing this outside. I need to go get an extension and plug this phone before it disappoints me, because it's left with like 5%, ne? And I can see all the conversations are flowing. They're flowing already. Okay, Mike, my brother, I'm gonna have to let you go for now. If you have to come back, I will definitely request for you to come through. But for now, I will drop Mike. I appreciate Mike so much, what he shared with me. I felt like I wanted to end the live after Mike started speaking. But for now, just give me a moment. I'll be back with you. Now, I'll be back.
As we are waiting for it, the lady that was talking, can I ask her?
You can ask me anything.
Yeah, Hawking, I heard you, and I understand. I've been there, and I'm still going there. You're talking about the ladies' side. What about the men's side?
What do you mean by the men's side?
You see, we want to see our children. Like, I am in this kind of situation whereby she does not want me to see my child or our child. She keeps on saying,
each and every time the child visits this site, he has to fight for the child to come back, or else we agreed on the time and dates where the child needs to come back to her.
Okay. Okay, just as there's maintenance court for financial support, there's family court. You have to approach family court for access. They will draw up an agreement between the two of you. For example, if the child stays with the mother during the school term, they'll say in the holidays when the school closes, you get the child, or you get the child every month end, or every second weekend, depending on the agreement that you both have. That's why I was saying,
she's not even interested in that part.
no, what is the thing? Just as fathers are not interested in paying maintenance, mothers are not interested in sharing access a lot of the time. So it's your responsibility to go to family court. And you want to have a relationship with your child. You want to have access to your child. So go to family court. You cannot say, you can say, oh no, she's denying me access. But if you haven't taken the route of family court, yeah, well, it's not going to get you anywhere. Go to court. You cannot say the system is failing me when you haven't approached the system. Go to family court and say, I want to have access to my child. I would like to have visitation rights. You have rights. In South Africa, we don't have full custody. I have seen a lot of people throwing the term around for it. I have full custody of my kids. We don't have that. You have primary care of your kids because they reside with you. As a father, you have access. You have access rights to your kids. They are yours. Unless you abuse your kids, that's when they'll be kept away from you by the court. But if you are not abusing your kids in any way and harming them when they visit you, you have full access to your kids. Go to approach family court and tell them, I would like to have my kids during school holidays. I would like to have my kids on the second weekend of every month. I want to maintain a relationship with my kids, regardless of the differences that I have with their mother. That's it. It's on you. Just as it's on me to get financial support via maintenance, it's on you to get access via family court. Yeah.
My story is that
Hi.
I've been staying with the lady for as long as 6 to 7 years now. For the past year we've not been staying together. So the relationship ended. I was still staying with the child. Taking care of his school stuff, taking care of medical aid, bills, and everything. Recently, a mother came. She was fighting, so she said she wanted the child. She wanted to take her to school where she stays. I said, okay, fine. Take the child, it's fine. But she's not even telling me anything. When I call or when I want to see the child, it's very difficult for me to do that. And for me, it's very difficult for me to send her the money. I gave her a card, the child's card, where she can buy anything for the child and do anything for the child. But I'm unable to access the child. Even this December I went there, I think, more than 3 times. And then I was not even allowed access, even by a mother.
Yeah, you know what, Ne? The problem is when it comes to parenting the child, for some reason, women, we think that we have more percentages in terms of being the parent compared to you men. And I have news for you now today. You are not superior as a parent. You may be the primary caregiver of the child, but it doesn't make you better than the man that you made a baby with. That is why even when it comes to taking care of the baby, you are not solely responsible for that. So it balances both ways. So my brother, you have every right. In fact, I feel like your case, if I were to compare it to mine, to say immediately after this guy stopped paying maintenance, I had to run to court. When you should not even have waited a day after they took a child from you. Like, immediately after they took a child from you, you should have run to the family court. You understand what I'm saying? Because number one, remember that the child comes first. So the child comes first, not only when it comes to taking care of them financially, but also their well-being. The child has been staying with you. You understand what I'm saying? So the fact that the child has been staying with you and the child has been okay, the family advocate is there for that. So meaning that had you, and it's still not too late. Had you run to the family advocate to say, listen, it's not about me, it's about my child. My child, this is what my child is used to. The family advocate, they can assess the child, and they know what is best for the child. Just because the mother is, yeah, I know, like I'm saying, or we think that we are superior in terms of being the parents to the kids, but you have every right. And also, like our speakers were saying here, that the matter of seeing the child, having a relationship with the child, and the matter of financially taking care of the child are two different things. I know that in most cases, it's not only us women who mix the two, even men mix the two. To say, if you are saying you don't want me to see the child, then I won't pay child maintenance. And you should be able to separate the two. To say, first of all, the first thing that you need to do is to fight for your child. To say, I want my child. If we can let the child remain with what they are used to and the lifestyle they are used to living, can I have the child for those reasons? Remember, it's not even about emotions. It's about what is best for the child. If you can present that to the court, then you can have your child again. And also, in terms of you taking care of the child, now it then comes back to effect who has the court decided that it is best that the child stays with. Because it's like the same thing, Yaori, this woman has a right to take you to maintenance court, but if you don't complain about not seeing the child to the family court, then there's nothing they can do to help you.
Yes.
So everybody must use their voice to do what is right for them and what is right for their child.
So this family court thing, you have to set an appointment or you just go?
Where is that brother?
That's like filing an application for the first time with maintenance court. Only the second time you will have an appointment and she will be summoned as well. It's the same. First time you go and fill out the forms and give them the mother's details.
Yes.
Where can I find that in Polokwane?
Yeah, but that's what you... Okay, another thing. I'm so sorry, ne?
Yes.
Another thing, guys. I believe because we are partaking in this life, we all have smartphones. We have access to Wi-Fi. Let us use our Googles. You get onto your Google search and search nearest family court or family court near me.
Yes.
We'll give you the closest ones to your location.
And also, my brother, if you feel like you can't deal with it yourself and you will need legal services, please holla. Because I know a guy who helped me with a whole lot of that in Polokwane. But it's not really something that would need, if you're only starting off, you don't necessarily need somebody to represent you legally. You can try it out by yourself. It should not be as difficult. It really, when it comes to the kids and our rights, it's not that difficult, you know.
And especially because the child was with him.
Exactly. That at least.
To say that I was taking care of the child alone up until she was just removed from my care. Yeah, Bob.
Yeah, she was just removed, and even right now, her mother is busy looking for a school, which I know she will be looking for an expensive school, which I cannot afford.
No, when my brother, by the end of this, really unfortunately because it's Saturday today, when you go to that court, you don't even have to feel bad. Even if they say when you are you are a beta X, you want attention, it's fine. Those are the marks, that's your cross that you must carry when you have to go through such processes. But you must just go. You must just go and do what is best for your child.
I'm trying to time without coming back.
Yeah.
And that's another thing you have to mention in court. Yeah, but I did that when the cases kept being postponed and whatnot. I said, guys, it reflects badly for me at work to continuously be taking leave days and come here, mara things are not being resolved. Those are things you have to say that magistrate, I need this matter settled as quickly as possible because the income that I earn to support this child that I have comes from my employer. But if I'm always taking leave to come here for a person who does not want to be held accountable, it reflects badly on me. Believe me, the magistrate will hear you quickly and your case will be concluded. Yeah, but do not hide such things from the magistrate when you are already in court. Speak up and say, this reflects badly on me as an employee. I cannot always be running to court because I want to have access to my child.
Yeah.
No, I will be still listening.
All right.
I will still have questions, but let me just hear what others have to say.
Okay, thank you very much, my brother. The two of you, yeah, the two of you, I think you have done the Lord's work, but I have to love you and leave the two of you so that we can have more people come in and then.
Can I say one last thing in closing?
Yes, my love.
To moms, we all know, our exes know our soft spots, our weaknesses, yeah, but when you're already in the process of maintenance, remember why you started.
Yes.
Don't let him get to court and say, Shimara, Mama Tato, please,
Yes.
can we try and work this out? Yeah.
There's a reason why you had to approach the court.
Yeah, but always remember why you started the process in the first place. Because a lot of moms leave when baby daddy says, Maramotwaga, you know, you and I have been through 1, 2, 3, and you're like, okay, maybe this is a chance to fix things. Do not give into that. Do not give into that, because when you leave your case, it's gonna show on record, or even she missed your court date. Yeah, Bo. So it's gonna reflect badly on you, Rena. Stick to your guidance. Do this for your kids.
Get it over and done with it. Guys, let me tell you something. There are people who are actually still married, happily married, and one is paying maintenance for the other. So if you guys want to get back together, Mama Tato, Papa Tato, you can do it, but the child must still be maintained. And if you can't commit, then you must do it via the court.
Madam Speaker, bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my love. Thank you very, very much.
Madam Speaker.
Hi. So now I have to let go of you guys. Can you guys exit yourselves? Make my life easy.
I'm still listening.
Yeah.
I still have some questions.
You still have some questions?
Yeah, but I want to hear from others.
Yeah, you know what? But I'm gonna have to let you go for now because the list is long of people who wanna come in for the first time, and then you can always come back. You can ask on the comment sections. If I see that your matter needs you to come in, then I can put you in. Hello.
Okay.
Who am I talking to now?
No, Olivia.
Okay. No, you can stay. You can stay because you have not said anything, my brother.
Yeah, no, I'm saying she can speak.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. I actually have two questions here. I'm told that they are legal and there are people who know law in this platform. Just two things. You said that the father has the right to access the child. Now, my question then comes to say, what if he denied paternity of the child? Does he still have the right to the child?
What do you mean deny paternity? You mean like as in he said the child is not his? Yeah, now he can change his mind and say the child is his. Because when he denied paternity, on your end, you should have gone to court and say, I need to do a DNA test to prove that the child is his so that he can start paying maintenance. So meaning when you drop the ball on your end, and when he now comes back and he wants his child, that can be used against him. Because now he can now go and want paternity to prove that the child is actually his. He made a mistake. Because when I agree, you never wanted proof on your end. That's why it is very, very important that when you now have to pull up your big girl bloomers and go do your part on your end, you must do it. Don't let it slide, because when that man comes back and wants his child, he's not going to spare you.
All right. Okay, then
yes.
Another question. The second question now being the last question.
Okay.
Is that what happens when, because I have a cousin of mine that has a child with someone who's not a South African.
Okay.
And we found it out after the child was born to say this guy had fraudulent documents of Big Cap. So he's an illegal foreigner. Now, in that case, does that person has the right to the child with him not having papers of his country? How sure are we to say the child is safe with that person who do not have adequate papers or adequate papers?
In that regard, because I don't know a lot about what you are asking me now, but I can tell you that as an illegal person in the country, obviously the law does not protect him in any way. So, but I could be wrong. Somebody who has more knowledge about the legal system can answer. Yeah. So I'm hoping that somebody who has more knowledge about this, but for me it feels like it's already a straightforward thing. But I could be wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I could be wrong because I feel like it's a straightforward thing. Where are you going to report me because you're illegal? You can report me when you get there, then I report you to say you're illegal, then you are gone. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah, so if that person, for me, I feel like there would be a danger to the child, because if they illegally came in, they could illegally run away with my child. So that is something that I don't, you can call me bitter, but I would definitely use that to protect my child against that person, because I can't trust that person.
Yeah, no, maybe let me listen more. If ever someone that knows more about the law can also advise.
Or in terms of illegal.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are right, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get you, my sister. Thank you very much. My brother, you can go through.
Hey, madam.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for such a comment being truthful.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys having me here.
Before I go on, can I relate something to hope I'm pronouncing it correctly?
I beg your pardon?
Can I relate something from Balati? I hope the guy who just spoke about his situation.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, actually, my case, it was almost the same as his. Yeah? Whereby we broke up with my ex after 10 years. We would have a beautiful 2-year-old daughter. I've been doing everything for her. Only after we broke up 2020, then 2021, she was staying with me, doing everything, providing for her, doing everything as a parent.
Yes.
Then the mother came, she took her, she ran away with her, always doing stuff. Then kept on chasing after her up until to a point that I was fed up, to a point that I kept, even when it came to maintaining this house, I was running after her.
Yeah.
To a point, even when the schools were opening, it was me again running after her, asking her, did you find school for our child and stuff? She never responded. She only responded like now, the schools are opening like next week. She only replied to me like on a Friday saying, our daughter is going to so and so school, so you need to buy things for her, things and stuff. Fortunately enough, I had put money aside for that. Then I did that without arguing with her, because I was doing it for my daughter.
Yeah.
Then I took the initiative of going to the child department, getting to the report. Even though it's not much, but I appreciate the little they did for me. I get her fortnight during the weekends. We share long and short holidays. And surprisingly so, boom, I was sad. Maintenance call. They came to me at work. They said I was sad. Then I went there. Fine, I went there. I honored the invitation. I went there. Then they told me the mother brought me here because of one maintenance. Then I said, for what? Then the lady started being rude. The one who was speaking to us was being rude. What do you mean? Have a child with this lady? Now, what do you mean you saw the papers? We say what we here because of maintenance and blah. Then I said to her, no, what I'm saying is that I don't understand why I'm here, because I'm doing everything for my daughter. Twice in a year, before winter, during the month of December, I buy clothes for my daughter for almost 2,000. 2,000 for winter, 2,000 for summer. Then I pay her school fees, I buy her uniform, I buy her stationery, I pay for her transport. I even send her 2,000 every month. Take care of the daughter. The wheel turned. Remember, the lady was rude to me. Then the wheel turned. She asked the lady, why are you here actually? Then she said, no, I wanted 2.5 because of, I feel the 2,000 sent me lately. Then she asked the question, what are you doing to the child? Then she said, no, the child stays with me. I wake up every morning, I do this. Then I said, okay, I see all that. But I'm saying, financially, how are you supporting the child? Then she said she's receiving a grant.
Then I said, now it makes sense why the day our daughter was born, nowadays the birth certificate has the name of both parents.
Yeah.
Now I say, now I know why my name is not
on the birth certificate. And what she's doing is illegal, actually.
Then I said, I'm working for the government. I take care of the daughter. And without my knowledge, I don't even know that my child received grant. Only to find the time I made an investigation, my daughter started receiving grant while they were still staying with me. I didn't hear you from. The time I saw that it was the time we broke up, she was moving out. Then I told her, I wasn't even aware, and what we're doing is like it's illegal because I'm working for the government, and now it seems like I'm being responsible. I'm doing everything for our daughter. So what I'm trying to say to guys, you must keep up with the work of taking care of their child, regardless if he has access or not. We still need such men like him who can still show to the world that there are men out there, there are men who still take responsibility for their children, regardless of the situation. And he must not stop fighting for the relationship with her daughter, the son of the child, because it's important. Not money, it's essential to the bond between a son and a father, or a daughter and a son. And even now, when my daughter comes to me during the weekends or the holidays, I still struggle to take her back because every time she would scream and cry just because she just didn't. You get me? So some ladies, they're just being greedy.
You know what I think, my brother? I think people are ill-informed in more than one ways. Like, people are ill-informed in so many ways. Because there are those who are so ill-informed that they're struggling alone with the kids and they don't even know where to get help. There are those who just want to take chances because they feel like, well, now, because they gave birth to kids, then they must get royalties of carrying the child for 9 months for not doing anything. They don't know that both of us, we are fully responsible for the child. This thing is not only the our exception. There's no exception. You understand what I'm saying? This is applicable to whether the mom and both the mom and the dad. In as much as the dad is responsible of taking care of the child, whether he's working or not. Luana, as a mom, you are responsible of taking care of your child, whether you are working or not. So you can't now then feel like, because when you gave birth to a child with a doctor, with a lawyer, with somebody who has a whole lot of money, then all of a sudden, whether you need royalties for your womb time that the child spent in your womb. It doesn't work like that. This is the law, okay? Is the echo coming from my side or from my brother? Because I see people are saying that there's a lot of echo going on here.
So they're asking you to lower the volume on the other device.
On my phone? Yes. No, this one is on mute, guys. There's no volume. It's only on this one. It's only on this phone.
I wanted to agree to Samad. One thing that I picked up from my own situation was when you find situations like that, I think we relate in a number of things. But however, in my case, the mother also works for government. Okay. But there is an agreement in between where a child spends, we have a shared custody. A shared custody meaning a child comes to me and then goes to the mother, rotationally so.
Yes.
But there's a perception that when the mother is with the child, she's already taking care. Financially, the mother doesn't want to come to party. Let me make an example. You pay school fees, you pay, like what Samad said, everything. But when you say, but you need to also play your part because you're also working. And despite of my means, remember sometimes we're not earning the same.
Yeah.
Particularly when you have left and I stayed with the child for a couple of months. And when you pick up that life outside marriage, it's a bit challenging. Now you come back and you want to claim maintenance. You pick up the child first, and then I say, okay.
Oh, you take the child and then you want to claim maintenance because you want extra income.
Exactly, and that's what happens. My view is both parents must be able to take care of their children.
Yes.
And there's a perception that women think that I'm not being anti-feminist.
Yeah.
But there's a perception that women tend to think that a man must be able to take care of the children despite their own lifestyle. Because you can't want to maintain a particular lifestyle as a woman, but expect a man to carry all the financial burden or financial cost of raising a child.
Okay.
And all you want to give you only the benefit. Yeah.
Listen, there is something called spousal maintenance. You will correct me, those who know the law. Ne? Spousal maintenance, when you apply for it, that person that if you were staying with her and she was not working, she can apply for spousal maintenance. The problem here is that people want to mix the two and they're not related. You know, you can be responsible of taking care of your ex and the kids if your ex can apply for spousal maintenance. But then the ex can now say, just with child maintenance, she wants to live through the child. You get what I'm saying? And as a man, you are well within your rights to apply for spousal maintenance when you are not coping and you are not working and your ex is working as a woman. People don't know that.
But can you apply for spousal maintenance when you are working?
No. Okay, I don't know. I think you can. Because when I started with my divorce proceedings, I almost applied for spousal maintenance simply because the load that I had on my side was more than what the guy had. Ne? But I was advised not to do it because in the long run, when my load is off now the guy can reverse and come and apply for spousal maintenance on my side. But the point that I'm trying to make is that people, if you want to apply for spousal maintenance, don't apply for maintenance of the child and think that's spousal maintenance. These are two different things. My brother, I don't know, we had Kolani here who knows more about this, but we also have Mike here. I don't know if Mike can attest to this.
Yes. I wanted to ask a few questions. I wrote them. Although I won't go. I want to start with that lady who asked a question about her other family member having a child with an legal foreigner.
Yes, please.
And the question was, can he have access following that? Here is the thing, it's two ways. The fact he is the father of the child, you cannot take it from him. And in terms of the Children's Act, fathers, let me not quote section, but fathers has rights to have access, all those rights that come with the sons of the father of the child have them. And unfortunately, it's one of the inherent rights. You cannot take it away from him.
Okay.
But remember, lastly, previously when I was addressing, I told you that whatever you do, when you go to court, you can present whatever evidence you present, but what is best for the child is what is going to pay.
Yes.
In a situation wherein maybe the father is giving them a problem, to want to stay with the child, to want to, all those things. Firstly, he's not going to be able to go to court and seek relief from the court, which is advantageous to them because he's here illegally.
Yes.
Immediately he's there, they can just lock him up.
Yes.
What necessary procedures that are available to them. So that comes to their advantage. And secondly, they get the friend back in, go to court face to face. You then go there, remove your emotion, allude your story. The best thing, lawyers are not different from you guys. The only difference is that when he talks for you, he's not emotionally invested in the situation. Then he gets to articulate it better than you would have articulated it to yourself. So you remove your emotions. Tell them, no. This person is here illegally. There is a possibility of this person running away with my child. Just don't create a story.
Yes.
Say as it is. Because when you create a story, we know a created story. A judge knows a created story when he hears one. Say the facts as they are. I'm telling you, you will be the happiest with the South African courts I helped in that regard.
Yeah, I think that one I'm also happy, even though
To the brother who raised an issue of not having access but paying maintenance to his child. And you addressed it very well. It's two independent, separate matters. If you don't follow suit and go and want to force your rights, there's no magic. She will keep the child, and you're not going to go to your house and forcefully remove that child. Otherwise, you will be hurt. Right? Similarly with her, when she feels the needs to go out and want money to support your child, you must go and want to the court to order her to release the child for you to spend time with your child and so forth and so forth. At that point, and very straightforward.
Okay.
And then I will move forward to the spousal maintenance. It is not an easy aspect of the law, but it's there, available. This is how it works. If you have been following the Black Coffee Mbali situation, you might get an idea of it. How it then works, it doesn't matter who is working, who is not working. Remember, when you are in a union, there is a certain standard of life you get introduced to.
Yes.
Right? And also the kid has to be introduced to that certain standard of life. So what the law seeks to address is to say, if possible, let's keep the same standard even outside the marriage. It is that's why I'm saying it's not an easy aspect of the law. It's very true. Because in any case you must substitute it or whatever you want and so forth and so forth and so forth. But the fact that the other one is not working, is working, does it prevent you, because you know how much maybe they make, if they're making more than you, does it prevent you from applying for spousal maintenance?
Especially if you've been depending on them the whole time for survival.
Exactly.
Yes.
More particularly if you're not working, there's this phenomenon of saying, no, she was not working, she can't get this, she can't get this.
Yeah.
The law says, not even the legal, you see, when she wakes up and iron for you, when she wakes up and cook for you, that is how she has been contributing towards the growth of your wealth. Then she's entitled to share from that which you have accumulated while you were still in a lovey-dovey situation, right? So don't, even if you're married out of community of property and you feel like you want more than what the share that will accrue to you, as long as you have got solid reasons as to why you want them, go present them, remove emotion from it. Miranda actually raised a very pivotal point that is worthy of discussing. She says, when you get there, and this is how you, lady, when I'm talking about maintenance, this is how you lose it. When you get there, don't go there and be emotional and want to play paying back because you're
Yeah, settle scores.
The court is not there to massage your feelings, to be go see a therapist. When you get there, inflate prices. Where are you living? Are you not living in South Africa? If you come and say now this child's transport is 8,000 per month, what are you speaking with a child? You understand? That's where you now start creating a picture.
That you are here for greed and to settle scores.
The magistrate, right? Then the magistrate will start taking you for a chance from that point in time.
Yeah.
Right? And believe me, you don't want a magistrate to develop an attitude. Remember, they're human.
Yeah.
An attitude towards you because of what you're saying. It's very unnecessary.
And also, it's disrespect. You are disrespecting her when you do that to her or him.
Because the time, our control are fully paid. Sometimes they will just tell you to stop talking, and they order according to what they seem they are seeing it's necessary. So it is when you go there, know why you are there. Be reasonable, because in any case, the magistrate might as well ask you to contribute the same amount you are requesting from the other party, and you can't. You understand?
Yeah.
That's big, Nebo. If he can do 1,000, he can do 1.5, 2,000. Start shape that amount. You know,
Yeah.
if you are here and you want to go for and so forth. All this thing of buying stationery, uniform, keep those receipts. Those are real evidence, you understand? And if you feel like you want a half of the money that you've already spent, you can still submit that to the court to say, I spent this much. If this person could contribute because it has disadvantaged me in this way, as long as you narrate your story truthfully and you put up the facts, don't get I understand it's very difficult to separate emotions and so forth from this. The reality is that it's difficult, but if you want to do well in God, try by all means to go there and be realistic. Because everyone, even an in person, will see when you're not being realistic.
Yes.
And the courts are not instruments to actually enrich you where you are not supposed to be enriched. There's this other point you are also discussing. I didn't write it down.
Oh wait, before you go to the next point, maybe you'll remember it. I wanted to say that people are being badly advised out there. They're being told that if you want 2,000, you must go say you want 6,000. Then it will come down to 2,000. You will be disappointed because with this chance-taking thing that you guys are advising each other out there to say you must go claim for 6,000 so that it must come down to 2,000. You will claim 6,000 and they'll see that you're a chance taker. You will only come out with 600.
Exactly, because that 6,000 you must explain. You must actually give us a spreadsheet if you are a computer illiterate to tell us what are you going to use that 6,000 for. Are you going to tell us that a child of 2-3 years eats grocery 1.5? So in actual sense, you're going to tell us that child eats a grocery at 3,000 because she will also be contributing 1.5.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So it's very important to be realistic and not want to fight through the child. What I wanted to discuss is this thing of parents wanting maintenance from their other parts through a child. You are very wrong to do that because it will end up making you get less maintenance for the child than you would have been supposed to do. Because, guys, we do this every day. We see. You understand? Maybe it's one of the reasons why I don't want to practice in this area because one of the other day I will need to represent someone who is, bringing chances and so forth and so forth. But if you want to make it in this area, even you can make it without a lawyer as long as you're going to be truthful there.
You state your facts. It's like the way you're explaining it, it's like you were there when I was presenting myself at the maintenance court. I had my things written down, spreadsheet, proofs of it, because I don't like cash. So everything of mine I do via bank. I printed everything. This is what I do. This is what this guy is doing. Like I came out of that court happy because like literally 50% of what I'm doing everything for my daughter, is doing everything for my son, half. Because I was not taking chances there. I was not claiming things which were not there.
That's where they get it wrong. If you're going to bring stuff there that you can't, guys, you don't just come and say, no, I pay 3,000 for it. Where is the receipt? You understand? What is not going to order things because when you are there and emotional and you're busy. It's not. In fact, if an interim order, they will give you 1,000 and say, go and collect the proof, come back, then we will give you this money. And you won't come back because you don't have that proof. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's important. I will exit, and then if there's a need for me to come back.
I feel like I need to add Xolani back in. I think I need to add Xolani back in. But Xolani, you will request, because I see you are answering some questions. I'm hoping that, because I see there's a lot of questions which are going on that he's answering, maybe you can just put it together and answer at once. My brother over here, what's your name? I looked out here so I can't see. Sir Matt, are you answered? Can I let you go as well?
Can I say something in conclusion?
Okay, no problem. Yes.
Okay. In conclusion to what I said, what I only
Yeah.
Don't deny yourself.
Yeah.
Same to us fathers. Some of us, we fight our battles because we are rich. We can step on women and unspeakable things. Let's stop doing that.
Or sometimes you stop taking care of the child to spite the mother. Yeah.
Let's remember it's all about the child.
Yes.
Let's not kill the child because of the problems we had as parents. Then what I wanted to ask Rama is that in a case that I had with my ex, after we broke up after 10 years, then between the 10 years that I was with her, I proposed. Then I planned to lobola her and marry her. Now, the thing is, she turned my family against me. Why? Because now when we had fights in the house, because they were staying with me, I stayed with her from she was still in we started dating once she was in grade 11. Then she finished grade 11 and 12. Then she stayed with me from when she started going to varsity. I helped her through varsity, but that's fine. Then I proposed. I wanted to marry her, but I found out disturbing things that I don't even want to say.
Yes.
They are painful.
Yes.
Then I broke off the engagement. Then she painted my name to my family to a friend that I was disowned from my. Now she's been just Queen of Shiva in my family. Even now, they're still trying to push me back to her. To a friend that they even said to me, they are threatening to sue me for breaching the
Okay. What was it? Are you asking if it's possible for the do you
for my ex to sue me because I broke the engagement?
Okay, no, I got you. And thank you, brother. Shout out for taking care of your child, and shout out for all the fathers that are taking care of their children out there. It's very important, guys. Those children that did not ask to be brought in this world, you guys brought them. But let me dive into your question. Firstly, you mentioned I was going to go without looking at them. Firstly, you mentioned that you recently found out that your spouse gets, not your spouse, but your ex gets grants unlawfully and so forth. Now, it's very important that on your side, because now you are aware of that, and work with the government. Please, it's very important to follow that up before it blows in your face. Ne? Just follow I don't know which channels are, but you have a duty now because of that she is dating and you are in the government. Before it messes up your life, please follow that up and clear that up, and you will take it. Now, coming to this second leg of your question about an engagement is an agreement between two people to get married within a reasonable time. So in essence, it's a contract. So when you breach a contract, the party who is at fault, who is not at fault, can always do their remedies to a contract, can always choose which remedy they're going to. Are they going to fix whatever has been broken? Are they going to sue for what they've lost? Are they going to all those remedies that are there, right? So it is possible for them to sue you in that regard, but they are not going to sue you. Because now, as long as you have the evidence that led to you breaking the contract between you and her, right? You are safe. Let them go there. Once they do that, claim also, defend the matter and also claim cost from them for even wasting your time. You understand? They are not going to do that. I think they are not going to be successful even if they are to do that. Because if they're suing you, they cannot force you to marry her. If they're suing you, they will be suing you
Yeah,
understand?
way to dissolve.
So it's possible, yes, to sue someone for breaching an engagement agreement. But remember, your facts in this case, if I gather them correctly, there's nothing beyond that that can work to your favor. It's fine if they want to, they can go, but just get yourself a lawyer if they do that, and then you won't even pay your fees. They will pay the fees because from what I hear, you have a very strong case. It is not because you woke up and felt like you want to break this engagement after being staying with her for so long, wasted their time and so forth. So, my brother, it's possible, but in your case, I'm confident that it works. The facts works in your favor. You know, as long as you have got all the evidence, you can substantiate your points that you can make for the court and so forth. Then you're okay. I don't know if there's any clarity that you need because I want to also give other people to come in.
Okay. No, thanks. You answered me because I'm fortunate enough. We used to fight. I used to keep the evidence of the fight, everything. Even to a point that I even got the evidence of the conversation between her and her mother because she was at a point using my phone, talking to her mother, plotting the things I was talking about that I can't even speak about concerning my. So that's what led to the breakup because even her mother was dictating our relationship.
It would be advisable for you to keep that evidence. Don't even discard it for whatever reason. Make sure you have a junk file somewhere where you store everything just in case he decides to sue you for whatever.
No, actually the reason I kept the whole thing, it was for my if ever in the future my daughter asks me why did I break up with my mother.
Okay.
So after I found out from the arguments that I had with my mother, my grandmother, that they're going to convince the lady to sue me because of 1, 2, 3. But actually I remember that also that evidence work in my favor, not only towards my daughter, show her the proof that I did not want to break up with the mother, but this pushed me to break it.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
I'll keep on listening. Let me give other people chance.
Yeah. No, thank you very much.
And madam, you are actually doing the Lord's work. This beautiful, it caught my attention. I was just scrolling by and then it caught my attention. I've been here for more than 2 hours now. But look, man, you are helping. This is wonderful. This is beautiful. That's why I also what I'm doing is legal services. That's why I'm not minding just pouring out my mind, my legal views, without minding any form of remuneration and so forth. But you are really, really helping a lot of people. There are people who are going through a lot.
Thank you so much, my brother, because I was keeping my fingers crossed when I was doing this live. I was like, I'm just hoping that anybody who's in the legal department will just join the live and then answer the questions that I will not be able to answer. And you have been of such help, great help, you and Kolani. I'm hoping Kolani is still here. Kolani, please just request one more time so that you can answer the people who have been asking you all these questions, because by 1:30, I also have to leave. I was not planning on being live for this long, but I realized that this live was a much needed live. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate you being here.
Yes, well, let me also to give other people a chance.
Okay, thank you very much. At long last, we have this lady here. What's your name, my sister? I don't even know. I don't want to mess it up. You are saying hi, boo. Talk to me. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay. Okay, this is my experience. I guess there was a lady who was saying when she went to maintenance court, her partner was with a girlfriend.
Yes.
Well, in my case, I'm married to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
The guy had kids with the lady.
Okay.
So the guy's not earning much. I earn more than him.
Okay.
So I opted to say, don't neglect the kids.
Okay.
Because he was like, I'm done. I don't want anything with this person based on whatever
differences they had when they were together. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I didn't have one at that time. I said, let's just go 50-50 and help this lady with your kids. Because at the end of the day, we did it for what? For the kids.
Yeah.
7 years later, we're back. Now she went to court, filed for maintenance. We pay for school fees. He transports them to and from school. He pays for aftercare. We buy groceries. We buy uniform. We buy clothes for winter, for summer. Then I said, you know what? Because Mina and you are two different people. At least once in a month, take them out. Maybe go to McDonald's, go somewhere. I know you can't afford, but then because you know kids are kids.
Yes.
So last year, after fighting for child maintenance and whatever, we had to do a protection order because now she was coming for me.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
It's fine. I got that. It's like, I'll sort it out, deal with it. I'm not going to attend the court with you because it's between you and her, even though my money contributes towards the kids.
I actually want to say something about you being married to this man and maintaining the kids, but I want you to finish first.
Okay. Yeah. So the lady, she's demanding 6,000 every month for all the kids.
Okay.
I asked the guy, please ask her what's the 6,000 for. I mean, like, we're the same age. If ever I can work, at least she can try to do a side hustle or something if she doesn't get a job. But then there's nothing that is outstanding for the kids. We make she can't even attend school meetings. Prize giving, she's not there. But then yet we're doing everything for the kids.
But then now, when you have gotten to this point, my sister, it's not even a matter of him asking her or via WhatsApp or anything like that. Let the questions be asked there by the court. Then the answers will come there. Then we'll consolidate this thing so that there will not be any cat and mouse situation.
Okay, the 6,000 ish came right in, like, what was it yesterday? Actually, when she said I need 6,000 for school uniform.
Yes.
Okay, school uniform, how? Because even after, maybe let's say he took them home after school, then he bought them some things on the way to Nabo on. When they get in the yard, she takes them and throws them in the garbage bin.
She's crazy. But then another thing, then, in terms of the school uniform, your husband can still buy the school uniform himself and give it to her. He doesn't have to give her the money to buy. He knows where the shops are.
That's what I'm saying. We buy everything.
Yeah, you can buy the school uniform.
Money on hand.
No.
She doesn't want those things. She wants money.
Then I think the best thing would be for her to go to court then. If she wants to go open a maintenance file against your husband, she can go ahead and do that so that everything can be done legal. So that you guys don't have to deal with each other anymore because you will kill each other one day. Unnecessarily so.
She has already filed for that. The presiding officer said, this is what everything is in the best interest of the child.
Yes.
Both lawyers said, let's settle this out of court because whatever you're asking for, her lawyer told her in front of us, whatever you're asking for, that's when she was asking for a lot of money. Whatever you're asking for, you're not going to get it, and whatever you're getting now, it's going to be reduced. Settle this and take whatever they're offering. As you know, this guy's not earning much, and the money's coming from the lead. I want the magistrate. That's what she's saying.
She said she wants what?
So I said, she wants to see the magistrate. Because I know they said we should settle it out of court. So she's saying, no, I want 6,000 and I want them to buy these kids' clothes for 6,000 every season. It's like, okay, but then you're not doing anything. But what is it that you are putting on the table?
I think somebody has already spoken about this. Even Mike had spoken about this before to say that when you get to court, you will also be held accountable to contribute.
Yeah, because they asked if we bring receipts. We brought them. What she bought, it was she said she's buying food for the kids. Okay, it's fine. Bring your receipts. All she bought was a whole list of margarine. So they asked, what are you doing with this margarine for the kids? Are they eating? How can you buy 5 liters, 5 liters in a month? What are they eating with that oil? Like, no. So you said you're not working. Clearly you have something that you have to put on the table because clearly this is a sleep for somebody who's selling making cookies. She's giving us a runaround. It's been 2 years now.
It's been 2 years now.
Yeah, we're still attending every day. So the guy has to take time off to go and attend. It's another story. She didn't pay for school fees. And I told him, and I asked the lawyer, please, when you talk to the lady, please tell her everything must be in writing, as they said, in writing, not voice notes, because you're not going to listen to them.
You know what? I think maybe Xolani can help there because for me, it doesn't even make sense why. I don't even understand what you mean by the runarounds. But the one thing that I wanted to say, which for me will be deviating from this, I'm just gonna deviate a bit, and then when we come back, Tolani will be with you, ne? Me deviating was that I need people to be aware that if you are married in community of property, your husband's baby mama can take you to court to maintain that child. Are you guys aware of that?
Yes, I am, and we are not even married in community of property.
Okay, so I just needed to put it out there so that people. Yeah, I just needed to put it out there so that people must not be shocked, because this is one other thing that people get shocked when somebody's baby mama takes you to maintenance court and you are like, who the hell? I was not there when the baby was being made. You married the baby daddy, so now you are also fully responsible for the child as well. So I just needed to put it out there. But then if you're not in community of property and whatever, I'm not so sure about the details of what are the pros and cons and whatever and the whatevers, ne? But I just needed to put it out there. Tolani, you are here, you are the only one left, but I think you can address her and everybody who was asking you things, just to wrap it up so that we can go.
Yes, thank you. A lot of people have asked a lot of things and I'm not even sure.
You don't remember some of them, ne? Yeah.
Yes, but there was a lady who said the baby daddy works at NPA and they claim to not know him where she went. I would advise her to go either to Pretoria or to Johannesburg, to the NPA offices, which are much bigger and have much bigger access to everyone who works. Even someone spoke about a teacher.
Yes.
The Department of
Education.
Of Education. As long as you have proof of the court proceedings, I think that's what's important. If you go there with your copy of your application and everything that you got from a court, just go there and show them, so that you show them the seriousness of what's happening. Because if you get there and just talk word of mouth, they might not believe you, they might throw you away because they think we are taking chances. And
also because remember somebody had said, I don't know whether it's you or between you and Mike, somebody had said that, remember, these companies respect the law. They don't want to be responsible for somebody else's mess up. So you should be confident enough when you approach these places where these people are working, because you will definitely get the help.
Yes, exactly. That's why you must always go there with your court papers so that they can see the seriousness of that thing. Then another thing I wanted to indicate is the issue of people representing themselves. I'm not against it, but the emotional part, because someone mentioned that they will even try.
Yes.
So it's very best that you get someone, like Mike said, it's very best to get someone who is outside the emotional part of the matter. You can go to legal aid, you can go to legal clinics around the country. You can even go to pro bono offices. If you can afford, you can get a private person to assist.
Yes.
And I think it will be best in every situation which a person encounters, because that person is outside emotional. Even if they address the main officer, if they can see there's an error, there's a difference here, it's easy for us to take a matter to the magistrate and address the magistrate accordingly to it, and not include the emotions. And even advise the client that you should not do 1, 2, 3. Like Mike said, you can't claim a lot of money.
Yeah.
Money that is unreasonable. So I can even advise my client and say, no, that won't be possible. Let's not do that. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then I think a lot of things can be addressed in private, because a lot of things are...
people were asking a lot of questions now. So basically, guys, Mike is also one guy who is available. If you would like him to assist you legally, hit him up, add him, and then, I'm not doing any promo for Mike. I don't know Mike. I just met him here on this live, and the information that he's been sharing has been very insightful. So I feel like anybody who feels like they can get further assistance from him, you can definitely hit him up. Also... I think that covers basically it.
Sorry, and the last thing I almost forgot. A lot of people were complaining about tracing the people. I told this other lady that I work with a tracing agent, and is very good. He traces the whereabouts of a person, traces their current address, traces where they were. You can even get their payslip and statement from.
So basically, there is something of that nature where there's a tracing agency where they can trace people, because I think a lot of ladies struggle because of that, where they can't find people now disappear when they have to be served.
Yes, it is possible. Even getting the bank statement from the bank, the guy working.
The correct ones, not this illegal stuff that people are bringing to the court.
No, yes, the correct one, because he gets it straight from the bank and brings it to you. You just need to give him the authority, sign some papers, then he will do it and show him that the matter is before the court. Then he will definitely do the job for you. He does do the job for me and my matters, and we do get private information for people and assist.
You see, this is why I was saying in the beginning of the live, or some of these things you don't have to fight yourself because you're already tired. So you just get somebody who knows the quickest way to get things done, and then they're done. Only if you can afford to get that. But also there are other means even when you can't afford.
Yes.
I love this. This is so insightful, my brother. Thank you so much.
No, thank you very much. And the prices, they vary per matter, because if you want someone who is working.
Yes. Obviously, depending on what you can afford, you will be able to do your research and get somebody who is within your reach, within your, your means.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the bottom line is that there is no excuse for you not to be getting financial relief from the person that you made a baby with, and there is no excuse for you as a guy who is not getting access to your child why you can't get access to a child that you contributed to making.
Yes, definitely. And lastly, there's a guy who asked me about dissolving a lobola.
Yes.
He doesn't have the lobola letter. Like he lost the lobola letter. You can use the pictures and the witnesses. Obviously, when you find lobola, who are there and our phone, and then pictures and everything, you can use that to show the court that the what you call the marriage was concluded. At a certain date and time.
Okay.
And you can get your divorce order of the lobola.
Yeah. Okay. No, thank you very much, my brother. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your contribution. You really did a lot. Guys, I'm going to unfortunately have to end this live because we've been here for more than, since 10, guys, 11, 12, 1. Now I need to go. Thank you so much for joining in. We'll see if the live that I was doing on YouTube is okay. If it was not okay, then I'll have to download this one, repost it on YouTube for everybody who has missed on the information. Very important information which was shared on this live. You can definitely go binge watch it on my YouTube channel. Link is on my bio. Thank you so much. I will make a further announcement for other topics that we're going to be tackling together. Information sharing. Be blessed and goodbye. Love you. Thank you so much, guys. All right. And then over here, we don't know whether things were happening or they were not happening. But if things were happening, I will have to watch this live and see if it was insightful and informative. If it was not, I'll have to delete it and upload the other one. But if it was, then I will keep it. But thank you so much for joining in. Please do hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share. And yeah, hit the bell. Thank you so much. I love you. I appreciate you being here. Mwah.